Hello, hello. Today's not a vote stream day, so today is just essentially me doing video game work, trying to enjoy some of the stuff I've been meaning to. So many games left to complete, so I might as well do Dark Souls 3, because this one is a little bit more of a relaxing achievement experience right now. Because it's essentially just... all it is right now is just killing the same enemy over and over again for Covenant rewards. And honestly, I probably could get more. Where is the... There it is. Hola. Hi, Jay. How you doing? Also, I do not need live performance for TikTok. Yeah, I know there's no volume right now. It's just being quirky. Good. Great to hear. Yo, hi, Ocean. How's searching for lore and Anna Dream Barbecue going? Alright, let's see. How many Covenant items do I have? I have 7, so that means I need at least 23. Now, I know that Dark Souls is not the game. What do you mean is not the game? Ow, fireball. So I need to move the chat so it's not going to interrupt. Dark Souls is the game that shall not be mentioned. Oh yeah, true. You're narrowing it down very quickly. Also, I need to do this. I need to get back into the rhythm. Not nice by rotoscoping Prago over a picture of me. Oh, nice. Ooh, ow. Repulsing me? Embarrassing. Well. You know, the funny thing is that I'm going to be extremely over-leveled for New Game Plus playthroughs on this character. That's going to be really amusing for me. Okay, no dregs thus far. Icy Peak. Hello, Starberry. How are you doing? How's Green World? Absolutely. I would be probably playing Elden Ring, but I cannot play Elden Ring and stream at the same time. You know my computer's good when it's able to do that. You know I'm making the BOGO bucks when I'm streaming Elden Ring and streaming to all the platforms at the same time. Oh no, so Jay, that's another one you can remove with the list, Elden Ring. Ooh, but it could be the other games that are not, shall not be mentioned. I'm doing great. I've almost beaten every story with the enemy randomizer. Cool. You wait a little bit because sometimes it takes a little extra time. My PC can barely run her. I'm getting it upgraded next month though, so we up. Oh, nice. Did you see Yap Dollar? I did. It's just, it's very interesting, Ocean. Only one I'm missing in the secret meme one. There's a secret meme story? Yap Dollar is certainly something that it's not for me, let's say that. I do some pretty quote-unquote brain-rotted things, but Yap Dollar is not one of them. Yeah, it is very difficult. I'm getting close to figuring out indeed that you are. Bro, my graphics card is below the minimum for Elden Ring, so I do not know how it is running. Well, sometimes the minimum is just the lowest graphics card that they tested. Like, for example, on the Steam Deck that I have, I can play Starfield, even though it says that Starfield cannot be played on the Steam Deck. It just means that I play at like 26 frames per second. And it only has like an hour of battery life when I play Starfield on it. Oh, hello. Ooh, that's another game. Let's go. So many games I can say during the course of this stream. Is what's the best thing about Starfield? I got like 8 or 10 hours in, and then I completely dropped it because... How do you feel about grown men going on support strike? I mean, it kind of makes sense. Because currently the way the ranking system works is it heavily incentivizes you to get kills. So there's not really a great reason to play support besides the love of the game. And also, a ton of people have always been bullying supports, so it makes sense. Also, you mean strategist, right? If you had the opportunity, I'd love to see you play Dark Souls 3 seamless co-op. It is so fun with 3 people. I did a co-op playthrough with one of my friends, but I never did seamless co-op. I just did like the normal co-op that's in the game. I was looking at past games, and what the heck is Enna Dream Barbecue? Enna Dream Barbecue is essentially a acid trip in a video game. It's pretty good. I'm going to support strike, but just because I'm burnt from playing strategist. You can probably do seamless co-op with mods. Well, yeah, that's what they're implying. I would not mind doing like long streams in which I play all the Souls games, or even do co-op, but I'm probably going to do that near the tail end of me completing a ton of games. Because currently, if I look at my Steam, I want to see how many games I actually have completed. Because it tells me on my profile. If you're curious, I can show you my profile on Steam if you want to look for yourself, so you see I'm not lying. I have 52 completed games thus far. Seamless co-op does have scaling settings if a boss is overtuned in it. Okay. You gotta be quicker than that. Ugh. Ow. No dregs so far. I'm dregless. It's not really surprising. It's only been about 10 minutes in. Can you see other people's Steam libraries? Yeah. If you're friended, and plus you can see all the games that I own. Maybe I should... So I have a game list. So I have a Google Sheet that has all the games that I own on like Epic and Steam. Maybe I should make that public, so that way you could see the full list that I have, if you're curious. Like Midir, he one-shots me with 45 Vigor and full Dragon Slayer set on. That's just Dark Eater Midir. What do you expect? What do you expect from that boss? That boss is just pain and suffering. Oh, never mind. I will not be downloading Yandere Simulator. Are you referring to a different game, or do you mean actual Yandere Simulator, the game that's probably never going to come out? There's a higher chance that Hollow Knight Silksong will come out this year than Yandere Dev Simulator will ever be done. Or Yandere Simulator will be done. Sorry, not Yandere Dev Simulator. Bro, my HP covers like 65% of my screen. That should not happen. Well, as a true Souls player would say, skill issue. The game's not obscenely difficult for no reason. It's just because you're not good enough at the game. That's what it is. Silksong is literally confirmed to come out this year, by the way. I know. Trust me. I know. It's almost been a decade since Hollow Knight came out, by the way. You do know that Hollow Knight Silksong is just an urban legend, right? True. Right next to, like, the Mothman. A decade? Yeah. It came out in 2017. Do you know the lion memes? I do not know the lion memes. I remember when it came out. I actually did not initially play it. I was recommended it a ton by people I knew, but I was busy playing Resident Evil 7. Bro, I'm getting Silksong on every platform it releases on. I'm glad to see you excited about it. Oh, does that mean you're going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2? Because I think it's coming out on Switch 2. Even though it has been confirmed this year, there is still a 87.56% chance it actually will come out in the next 3 years. I get Silksong for free. Does everybody just pay for all your games? You get like a game allowance? Also, you know, I just realized I bought some books yesterday. I actually need to read them. Hold on. I'm gonna put them on my desk so I remember to do that. Alright. I'll tell you what they are if you're curious, but... Which were they? It was that one, and... Sorry, sometimes when I get an idea, I gotta do it now, because I know I might likely forget it. I'm the type of person, when I think about something, I do it immediately. You should read them on stream. That might be a problem with copyright. And plus, I do not own the rights to those. Well, the idea that I had one time is when I was focusing on writing a few years ago, I initially thought, what if I just wrote my own book and then read it on stream, so that way I have the copyright. I thought that would be interesting, but I still need to write the book, obviously. Have you seen how much Switch 2 costs? I need... because of my OLED is absolutely garbage. I have a Switch OLED as well. Honestly, I'm not buying it because I already have a Steam Deck, so, like, why would I buy another Switch? Plus, I can just enjoy all the games that I have in my extensive Steam library anywho. My Switch Lite has a broken stick. That is truly an issue. It costs like 450 USD. The number that I saw, but that's just because, you know, a little quirky, was more around like 600 to 700. But that's right for me. I have a Lenovo Legion. I probably just emulate and play Switch 2 games on there. Yeah. Yeah, the Switch is a lot more expensive in other places around the world besides the good old US of A. It's gonna be more because of tariffs. I thought I saw an article that said that they're not gonna be more because of tariffs. And that they already sorted it out. Also, I just want to comment. I find it... That is good for us, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I've seen so many articles about, like, companies absolutely booking it to try and avoid the tariffs. Like, essentially, what the policy of tariffs has done is it's not really helped people build stuff within America. It's essentially just made companies find workarounds around it. And also, from what I know about US politics, Trump can only have 2 terms. So, essentially, most companies are just gonna be like, I'm just gonna wait the 4 years, and then it'll be gone. bro. Nintendo said a little bit ago that they were canceling American pre-orders because of tariffs. Well, I guess Mr. Good old Trump as the administration are not Nintendo fans. They're not big fans. All I'm thinking right now is that one meme with Vegeta. I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. I'm not a big fan of the government. The government oppressing us gamers. Costing the games to cost more, and also for the consoles to cost more. When will it ever end? Hello? Hello? Item? No item. Shame. Also, there's a few weeks ago that somebody was, like, making fun of me for playing RuneScape because they think that the game was boring. And here I am playing Dark Souls 3, in which I just hit 3 enemies, and then I go back, and that's the entire stream. Okay, an actual cool thing you should watch is Indie Cross. It is so good. But one is Indie Cross. Or is that a typo? Got any goods for me? No goods. Yes, Indie Cross is really good. I'll look it up on my phone real quick. Yeah, this is a good stream to do all that conversation stuff as well. Indie Cross. Yes, I know my health is going down, by the way. Oh, it's an animated series. I see. I'll keep a tab open for it to try and watch an episode or two. Oh, so it looks like I have to send a video clip to somebody? Hold on. So it looks like... So from the outset, what it looks like for Indie Cross is it looks like it is just... How do I describe this? Best way to describe this. It looks like it's just all the indie games, and then they're just in a crossover episode with each other for, like, Shovel Knight and other series of that sort. Video. Oh, do I have to compress it? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh. I'll probably wait for a little bit. Oh wait, I am super low in health. Human Dreg, is that you? Only 2 episodes, but 3rd episode will have V1. You know, the thing I've never understood is why there's not, like, a TV network that does not just go to a bunch of, like, YouTuber animators and be like, hey, you can keep all the rights to your show, but we wanna make an entire network that's just indie animation from YouTube. Because I feel like it would make BOGO bucks, but I guess... And I'm not talking about, like, Has-Been Hotel or things like that, because that's different. Because I'm pretty sure the creators of Has-Been Hotel and... I wonder if Hell of a Boss will ever go into Amazon Prime. But I'm pretty sure they just, like, sold the rights to Has-Been Hotel to Amazon. Or at the very least sold the rights to distribute it. Anything? Bueller? Bueller? Nothing. Doink. 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 That man embarrassed me. Oh, there's a human drug. Ow. Oh, not the funny repulse. A skirt? Let's go. Another skirt? I wonder how many skirts I have in my inventory. I think I joked about it last time, but there's probably a lot at this point. Okay, those are dark. Ugh. Doink. Ouchie. Welp. Also, once I get to 1,000,000, I'm gonna level up my character again, because I'm getting to too many souls. Doink. Yoink. Yoink. And, yoink. Another human drag. Let's go. Should I start using coins? Probably not. Honestly, I'm fine with just being patient and just waiting. Because, yes, it is going to take me... So, if I remember correctly, there's probably at least 3 other Covenants that I need to grind for in this game for Covenant items. But the good news, the good news is that some of them are a little quicker than this one. So it means I probably have at least, at most, maybe 10 to 15 more hours of just hitting an enemy and waiting for an item to drop. And then once I do that, I have to complete one more quest, and then I get all the good stuff. It's not like a secret quest or anything, it's just a quest that I forgot to do in my first playthrough. I sent Pokemon cards in for grading at the beginning of the year, and I've been notified about it. Well, depending on the company you send it to, it takes a while. Like a really, really long time. Oh, hold on, I'm keeping messaged. Oh, the game's actually staying this time. So, and there it goes. I was saying that the game was staying. Hold on. I think the game may have crashed. Uh-oh. It has been 2 to 3 months. Well, yeah, it can take that long. Also, depending on like how expensive the card is, can also have an effect. Be right back. Okay, I'm gonna call the place right now. Alright. Alright, I guess just copy. Bad audio. I sent a base set Charizard to get graded and it got lost in the mail. How do they lose something like that? Ah, yes, this card that's probably really, really expensive. My bad. The mailman, you know, he's got to pay for rent. I mean, he lost it. He tried his best to find it, but it's gone. Okay, go here, and there it is. And finally gonna send this video clip. It's 10. Oh, I have to compress it. I am in pain. I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain. Also, in case you're ever wondering, if you ever want to compress video files on like Windows, my best recommendation is just to download Handbrake. I have to do it all the time for sending stuff through Discord because I have to like send messages and things like that. All right, I got like a minute until this video finishes. All right, back to the grind. Anything? Anything? No. The sadness overwhelms me. Yeah, I personally, this is just a thing for me. I do not really believe in grading. I think it's kind of a little bit of a scam to artificially inflate the price of certain cards. I understand the idea of like having a quality of card and like saying that, oh, it's like pristine condition, but to me it's kind of against the whole spirit of collecting in the first place because it just makes it exponentially expensive. But I guess that's also some of the allure of it, so it's just I've always had weird feelings about it. Okay, and done. Done. No human drag. They said another month, maybe? Hmm. You can really tell that that card is a high priority for them. Apparently. Alright, now we go over to here. What? No. What? There's no way that's possible. How in the world did it compress and it got larger? That's the funniest of jokes. Surely it must be joking. Let me reopen Handbrake. I'm trying to get this person this video clip, but it just keeps not working. It compressed to be larger. How did that even... How large of a mistake must that be? How's it even possible? I'm astonished that even happened. We're gonna move the quality down a little bit. Try that. Yeah, because it's right here. That's incredible. The file got a little hangry. I'm sure it did. Because they said they send it out in batches. I guess you call it impressive. Oh, That's a good joke. The file was hungry. It was like, I need more space. And I was like, no. Because I have to compress it to 8 megabytes, by the way. And so it compressed to 165. And the initial file size was 117. How's that possible? Maybe I pressed like a wrong button or something like that, but I've used Handbrake a lot of times. I like how that guy just instantly dies every single time. Owie. Math has died and computer has broken it. Yep. I was also making it so the resolution of the video file was no longer 1080p, but I was making it 480p, so it's gonna be, you know, a little crispy. All right, let's see the file size now. Under 8 megabytes, please. Oh, now it's 49.5. Let's see how crispy it is. Can I make it crispier? Oh yeah, I can make it a lot crispier. Okay, so we're gonna have to make this boy real crispy, the most crispy. All right, 480p. We're gonna go to video. We're gonna make it a constant quality of. Oh, this is actually gonna be really bad for it. We're gonna make it 33. And then we're gonna go to... Oh, it's probably because it's 6 minutes long as well. Might be part of the problem. What do you think about the new color the scientists discovered? What do you mean new color? How is that possible? A color is usually... Color's a weird spectrum in which we categorize it into different areas, but you could technically have colors that are not different colors at all. And what quantifies as a new color? You have not seen it? I have not seen it. I shall take a look-see right now. It just looks like cyan. I'll look up new color and see if there's anything that shows up with that. Yep, it does just look like cyan. Wow, I'm impressed. Scientists have discovered cyan. They used a laser and pointed it in their eyes to make them see more colors or something? Okay. I mean, that is an important scientific discovery. That is, like, cool and all, but also... I've only reduced it by another half, so instead of being 111 megabytes, now it's 27. Okay, I might just have to make the clip smaller. Or the man might just have to wait, because if I compress it any further, it's going to be... You know what? We're going to go to 45. Oh, yeah. There we go. Handbrake's working out. Yeah, I never saw that article. I'm not very hip with the news or, like, new discoveries or things like that. Because most of the time, I do a little working. I make the moolah, and then I read book. I go to sleep. And that's what I do. That's my life. Alright, I have cranked up the compression, so if I have to compress it even more, it'll be so funny. Like, I am currently, like, combining atoms of this video clip. It is going to be so sad. Yoink. What about the fact that the amount of people on Earth was miscounted massively? I kind of figured that, because it's always been an estimation, has it not? There's not really a good way to get a proper number of the amount of people. Because, like, what about countries like India or China or Asia or even really, like, poorer Asian or even Middle Eastern countries? How do you count the number of people in those countries? It's kind of difficult. Also, I'm going to sit at the bonfire. Let's see. What do you think the number is? Do you think it's below 8? I'm going to guess that it's going to be 9 or 10. But massive, massive? Like, undercount or overcount? It's 12 point... Okay, then. I'll be right back. Okay, hold on, hold on. This is really funny. Hold on. I need to share this. This is great. So, I'm going to go to display capture. So this is going to be exclusively for Twitch and YouTube. So you can see this. I'll be right back. Okay, Jay. We're doing main monitor. This is how compressed it has become. As you can see on the screen, you can see the individual pixels like everywhere. This is Dead by Daylight gameplay, by the way. And wait, let me go to Twitch. This is so beautiful. I cannot express. If I compress this even more, like, I need to get rid of another third of the file size. It's not even going to be, like, coherent anymore. You're not even going to know what this is. It's going to be so sad. Also, Ocean, hopefully when you're on Twitch, you're not going to be able to see an ad, because that sometimes happens. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my, you are not lying. I was not lying. This is 12 megabytes in size, by the way. This is what I come back to. This is how compressed it's been. I'm just gonna send the person a message and be like, hey, if you want the clip, I gotta, like, give you a thumb drive, or maybe send you it over, like, Gmail. Yeah. Alright, well... I mean, still a cool clip, though. Still very impressive. Alright, I am... What even is it? So it's a Dead by Daylight clip, and what the clip is... Let me see, what was it? Okay, I'm gonna fully spell out Dead by Daylight, because it would bother me if I did not. That's fine. So essentially what the clip was, is it was me playing as the Tokyo Ghoul character. And as I did that, I got stuck. You're saying it's taking more to do that? You can be an editor of that. Sure. Okay, the message has been sent. Let's go! Let's go! We did it! We solved the problem! The crisis is over! Alright, last thing, I just have to send them a message saying, like, hey, the clip's there. Give me my money. It's gonna be so funny if they message me being like, hey, can you compress this? Can you compress this further? No. Alright. Doink. Is this how you money? No, this is not how I money. I get money via other means. I also have side jobs that I do to try and get more money. The money is not exactly flowing nowadays. Stealing? Yes, I steal on the street. I deal crack and meth. Maybe even a little amphetamine too. I'm a well-known drug dealer. Streamer man employed. Maybe. Maybe he's not. Maybe I truly am a drug dealer. This is another one of those things I'm gonna mess with you about. Nothing. Yeah, but to be truthful, as most people will say if they're employed, being employed sucks. It's horrible. There's a reason that so many people try streaming, or like doing YouTube, or doing things like that as a hobby. Because, you know, making a living off of having fun and playing games with your friends, pretty cool. Ugh. I can tell from Enna. Also, I love how on Twitch, Ocean, you're marketed as a potential ban evader. Ocean, you're evading bans? How could you? So I am at 9? Oh, I'm at 10. Okay, one above. I am 33% of the way there. Well, technically 33.333333333333 infinitely, but we'll ignore that. I've almost never used Twitch. Well, I agree with you. The place that I've tried to watch streams recently has been a little bit of YouTube. Not TikTok or Twitch. Not TikTok, because all the streams on TikTok are really bad. And not Twitch, because every time I go into a stream, I immediately get hit with like 5 ads. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure I want to watch this anymore. That is why I advise that if you are on Twitch or you're on any other platform, download an ad blocker. I do not care. I'm not getting money anyway, first of all. And even if I was getting money from monetization, I would not care. Very true, yeah. Literally take the ad revenue. I do not need it. You get Twitch ads? Well, are you talking about on my channel or by watching other people? Because on my channel, I do not think I get ads because I'm not an affiliate, because I've not reached the marker yet for affiliate. And I honestly may never will, and that'd be funny. I do not know. I've just never gotten an ad on Twitch. So, Jay, if you go to certain people, like if you go to streamers with like maybe 10 or 15 concurrent viewers, and they're an affiliate, you will immediately get bombarded with ads. And usually like every 15 to 20 minutes, they spam those ads as much as possible. So that way they get money. Like, if you want to understand how serious, me neither, I like money. If you want to understand how serious Twitch is about ads, Asmongold, well-known opinion haver and layer of cockroaches, he has his channel that he streams on that's not monetized as much as his main channel, and Twitch was thinking about suspending that channel because they were not getting enough money from it, and it was costing them a ton to support it. They care about their money a lot. They care about their BOGO bucks. Hi. Is there a level cap in this game? Because if I remember correctly, I think the level cap for Dark Souls 3 is like 999. Or it's something ridiculous like that. Because getting to those higher levels is crazy. I have never gotten to this high of a level because it just feels really egregious and it gets annoying. Ow. Also, I'm gonna close Discord real quick. I'm not really sure I want to keep seeing notifications, especially if the person that was asking me for things asks for more. It's better to ignore than to provide. Doink. 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 Hiya. What if it is a job application? Do I just ignore the questions? No, what you have to do is like your forefathers did. Is you just walk to the person giving the job and say, I want job, give me job. And then the job person goes, okay, you have job. Then you have job. That's how it works. Because getting a job nowadays is so easy, am I right? So easy. You need no experience. There's a ton of entry-level positions. It's very fair. Thanks, I will try this tomorrow. No problem. It comes into the stream the next day. You lied, it did not work. This strategy actually got me arrested. I'm going to be a doctor, let's go. I bet your patients will very much appreciate you. What's my prognosis? What's a prognosis? What does that even mean? Is that a type of doctor? Then again, you said you were adding stuff to the resume as a joke sometimes, which makes me think. You looking for a job? What you... I'm the type... Okay, Ocean. Let me explain. I have a Google Sheet, which has every single stream I have ever done for the past few months. Actually, year. Correction, years. And I update it every single day. Without fail. Every single day, I add the stream that I did. I add if I made clips of it. I add if I made a video of it. I add what the game was. I do that every single day. Every time I have something to update, I immediately update it. I do not put it off. Why would I not update my resume, even if I had a job? I just do that. The only thing that I've not updated so far is, like, the months that I've been employed at a certain place. Because it's just not mattered. Because, like, I do not know when I'm going to be unemployed again. I did not know that. Yep, it's very difficult. Water. People have convinced me that I might, like, have autism or something like that. Because, like, when I see something that needs to be done, I immediately do it, and if I do not, it bothers me. When I wake up in the morning, I immediately do my bed. If there's laundry that needs to be done, I do it, because I'm like, I do not want to do this later. I organize my books alphabetically, and I organize every single game that I have alphabetically. And if it's out of order, I immediately tell. And if it's not aligned, I also get bothered. But I have learned to be a better person. That might be OCD. Yeah, but OCD. OCD is that you have, like, this compulsion that you must do it. And also I've been tested, especially when I was young. I have learned to ignore that compulsion, especially when I've been at other people's houses and such, so I'm not being rude or something like that. Oh, okay. It might just be I like being organized. I mean, hey, if you want me to get tested again, why not? Go to the doctors or, like... Even that it is very obvious that you should definitely update your resume, no less, or not. No, trust me, my resume is very vast and large. You could be my first patient. Where does it hurt? Does it hurt in your fingers? Ah, oh, I'm not... I do not know where to go. If it's not hurting your fingers, I have no clue. Also, I reached 1 million. Let's go. Even though it is very obvious that you should definitely update your resume, jobless or not, yeah. Because you never know when you're going to be out of the job, because sometimes somebody can be like, you are fired. XD. How quirky of me. So probably strength, and then endurance would be nice, and then we'll do a little bigger. Also, I'm going to redo all these stats anyway, later. I'm just doing this to kind of be, to hasten the pace and give you a little break. Play a game, watch Steven Universe 4 times. That is my resume. Oh, nice. You know, I've heard that in the current job economy, being a gamer, very advantageous. So advantageous. What is the rare item you are looking for? So essentially, Jay, if you've never played Dark Souls before, there are these things called covenants. Oh, sorry, I'm a boys out. Whatever. So these are covenants. A Boy Scout. That actually would not be bad to put in a resume, I imagine, depending on the job. So you align yourself with these covenants, and you give them certain items. And by giving items, you get rewards, and usually it's 30 of an item. Currently, I'm at 11. So I'm just killing these enemies over and over again to get human dregs. Ow. I see, yeah. It is just farming. I'm not looking for a cool sword. I'm not looking for a good piece of armor. I'm just farming for an item that gives me a reward that may or may not be useful at all. It's just for an achievement. And if I'm honest, I'm not really super happy that they decided to add these in this game. Oh, invincibility frames, my beloved. Nope. One. 2. 3. Also, the sad thing is I have to wait a little bit. Because sometimes they drop an item, like, very long after they died. And it's so sad when I teleport away and I see the item there. And I'm like, wait! No, I need that! That could be a dreg. Ow. Another robe. You got another robe for me? Nope. My stream title more of a Rivals reference. It was more so a joke about the fact that I think the last time I streamed this, I just put Dark Souls 3 achievements work again. So the bit's gonna be every time I do more Dark Souls 3 achievement work, I'm just gonna add it again to the title. Until it becomes like an overwhelming beast that cannot be quelled. Kinda influences me to try and beat the game a little quicker. But yes, I know you're talking about the funny Winter Soldier man. Good old Bucky. Nothing. Yeah. Nope. Nothing. Owie. Huh. And I've also thought about it. Is there a way I can do this quicker? And no, not really. The items that I would need to make this quicker would take a while for me to get and would kind of remove the point. And I'm also not really able to kill them faster because I already raised my luck stat to 99 to make it so the drop chance is even higher. Ow. I think that there is a staff that would increase the what would increase item discovery. I'm going to switch over to YouTube so I can see what the other guy is saying. The other people currently talking right now, Jay, are on TikTok. I'm just reading out what they're saying. Hey dude, I love your gameplay. And massively impressive and inspirational. I would love to come to your next stream and support me. Add me on Discord to stay updated and support. I wonder if it's a scam. I'm not really sure. Because, you know, when I go into Twitch chats, I say, hello. Hello, I love your gameplay. It's massively impressive. And you also are a very great and large personality. Sorry, but unlikely. You know, the Twitch scammers are getting very inspirational today. Opinion on the movie? Which movie? Ranked as so unbearable this season? People have said that every season, Silas. Everybody complains about them. You're giving the bot ideas. Opinion on the monkey movie? Are you talking about the horror movie that I saw? Yeah. Oh yeah, the TikTok video. I did not like that movie very much. It was misery. Hola again. Hola, Jay. Honestly, if I'm being truthfully honest, the movie was funny for certain parts, but it's certainly not great. Best viewers. Oh, I thought you liked it. The monkey, no. Did you see my TikTok video on it? I said it was... I said that the people on Rotten Tomatoes should, like, get their review scores checked. Yeah, I'm joking. Okay. It's hard to tell via text. Good old pose law. Also, moderators coming in clutch again. I kind of would like to do more movie reviews. Wait, what movie? It's called The Monkey. I do not think it's in theaters anymore. It was based on a short story. It might have been Stephen King. But the Rotten Tomatoes score on it was way too high when I reviewed it. I want to see what the score is now to see if it's lower. Because it marketed itself as like a cheesy horror movie, but essentially most of the movie is just meandering, doing nothing. If you want, I could spoil it, but I'm not really sure there's much to spoil. The Monkey. Go ahead, I'll probably never watch it. Okay, hold on. I just want to see what the Rotten Tomatoes score is. Like, I understand if you like the movie for being schlocky and it being dumb. You can enjoy what you like, but I think it's not particularly great. I did not enjoy it, and I can still have that opinion. 79%? Okay, the critic score for The Monkey is 79%, which is crazy for that movie. There's... What? Hello, Sherman. Hi, Boop. How are you doing? 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. They need to get their eyes checked. Maybe they went to a different movie and thought it was The Monkey, but the audience scores 56%. I'm not... I honestly think the audience score should be a little bit lower, but hey, if people like it, they like it. I can be different. That is more than the Minecraft movie. I'm fantastic. Drew some weird art. What do you define as weird? Or is that something we should not go down and discuss? Insane? Yeah. Because, hold on, I'll talk about one of my favorite scenes in the movie. There's a scene where there's two brothers in the movie, and they're essentially twins. They look very similar to each other. And one of them goes to, like, an open house where one of their relatives died. And this realtor starts walking throughout the house, and the monkey has this power where if it clangs its drum, what is it? I do not know. Makes a noise. I do not care to do enough research. When it makes a noise, it kills somebody. And it starts making a noise. And the realtor opens a door, and I kid you not, this is the scene that happens. A shotgun falls down right next to the brother and the realtor, and it only kills the realtor, not the brother for some reason, even though he was standing right next to her. She is turned into Swiss cheese, and the brother just stands there with blood over him, and he just goes... all surprised. And I'm like, what just happened? What's going on? And I also want to say that this is after a good solid 30 to 40 minutes of that brother just meandering and doing nothing. It's just to sit there and meander and do nothing until the end of the movie's like, I want to start now. It is entertaining in some aspects. Heard the context and I still do not get it. You need no context for this movie. That is all the context the movie essentially gives you, Ocean. I drew inspiration from Anna Dream Barbecue to give you a clue about the weirdness of it. Oh, okay. That's the type of weirdness. Okay. Like, there's probably a lot of good characters to draw from Anna Dream Barbecue. I love dumb movies as much as the next person, but sometimes there's a threshold where a movie's just not entertaining while being dumb. Oh, thanks for the heart me at Jay. That's crazy. I'm drawing Enna in Geometry Dash right now. Oh, nice. And the other two movies that I saw, that was my life savings. Well, do you want it back? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do much with that. If you ever think about donating again, just please keep it for yourself. I do not need it. Anyhow. Oh, wait, did you think I meant suggestive drawings? No, that's not what I meant, Boop. I meant, like, if it was something that was, like, ultra personal or something you did not want to get into. But I guess you can include that in there as well. Yeah, what I want my viewers to do is I want them to go into my stream and be like, yeah, I drew porn today. You want to know the exact... You want to know everything about it? Oh, thank you for sending a lot of other stuff as well, Jay. You heard my spiel and you just did not care. So that'd be a tiny Denny, a finger heart. Not a heart, finger, and 4 roses. All 30 cents. 30 cents? You could buy... What could you buy with that? You could buy a part of a Big Mac. And you get like 10% of that. Let us go. Yeah, let us go. I'll be having the biggest of Big Macs. The large Mac itself. I know, so, Boop, I have had experience before where somebody's come onto my stream and they've, like, started... I think it's been, like, a bot or something, because I think some of their strategies have been, like, appealing to somebody's, like, sexual nature or something like that, where they just start describing the artwork that they've drawn, and I'm like, stop it! Go away! I'm scared to check my Discord notifications because my friend said they sent something I do not want to see. They sent you like a pipe bomb in the mailbox and you're not really sure. You want to look and see what it is. I'm so generous. True dat, you are. You're very generous. That 30 cents may as well... That may save me one day. Like, if I'm about to not pay a bill, and I'm like, dang it, I'm 30 cents off. If only I had 30 cents. But wait, the TikTok money. I can go into that. I just drew a ballerina with her eyes gouged out. Nothing that weird. Drawing, like, horrific images or things like that is a good way to vent. But the little notification icon is kind of bothering me. I'm pretty sure you can get rid of notifications even if you do not want to check the direct message history. Doop, doop, doop. There's a way to do it, I just do not know. Hey, I know how to format text on Discord. I know how to do a lot of other things, but like... I'm not able to hide notifications. You get like 3 cents from it though. That 3 cents could be a lot. There are people who need that 3 cents and it means a lot to them. I'm in a pretty good spot right now, so... That's why usually when somebody asks me, hey, can I donate to you? I say no. Because number one, I do not know your situation. Number two, I know my situation. And number three, it's probably more important that you have it as opposed to me. You can buy 3 whole small candies with that. Let's go. So if I'm dying of starvation, you've saved me for like an hour. Ow, ow. Honestly, I should put a box on, like, Twitch, although I've never been donated to on Twitch. I wish I could put it on, like, TikTok and YouTube. Where if it's like, do you want to donate? No. Go away. Be gone. No donations. Keep your money. Yeah, but money, though? Yeah, but you gotta understand my... God knows you would actually starve. Well, yeah, from the amount of times I talk about ending a stream because of hunger. It's not because I do not have food, it's just because I'm always hungry. Man has 4 meals a day minimally, yep. And that's me holding back on eating, by the way. So I'm not just, like, eating all the food. Because as I've described before, I had a day. This is a day about talking about food weakness here. I am still a relatively skinny person. I had a full cheese pizza, 2 grilled cheeses, mac and cheese, and like other food items, and I was still hungry all in the course of one meal. Speaking of food, I want to go eat some yogurt. Okay, enjoy the yogurt. I do it amazes me. And is still thin? Yes. I am still relatively thin. I'm not like sickly thin. But like I'm trying to gain weight, man. There's 2 types of people in this world. People who are attempting to lose weight and those who are trying to gain weight. Both hate food. Because at some point when I'm eating and I'm eating more, I'm like, just stop. Make the hangry go away. Doink. Ow. I know, so this is just confirmation I can never hunger, my favorite form of torture. Boop, are you torturing me by constantly making me hungry? Oh, good deal. I tried spelling jealous and it auto-corrected to helium. Yeah, that's pretty close. You're just helium of me. I am so helium that you're offended by that. I could never be one of those streamers who streams for like 8 or 10 hours a day. Because I try not to, like, take breaks on stream. And if I was to eat on stream, I would feel really bad, because people would just be sitting here while I'm doing nothing. Like, the whole point of streaming is to provide at least some sort of entertainment or talking. Peach yogurt with peach chunks in it? Nice. I am helium. Indeed that you are. I would watch you do an ASMR eating stream. But I do not like ASMR very much. I find it really weird to watch. Somebody recommended to me like an ASMR eating stream or something like that, and I just felt uncomfortable. It felt weird. I do not either, but... Or even weirder, I remember opening the Twitch, like, homepage, and I saw, like, a stream of a girl who just, like, had a microphone with, like, 2 ears on it. And I know what that microphone's for, because it's meant to, like, simulate, like, the left ear and the right ear. And I was like, that's very uncomfortable. I would feel so weird if I had clicked on that. People like that who watch the streams probably clear their search histories. Oh, I like mukbangs where the sounds are not the focus, but the focus is just talking. It is like I'm eating with someone else. Well, yes, that makes sense, Boop, but like... Also, it's not like you want to hear somebody eating and going like... So... It's been pretty weird. Should I leave stream? Why are you saying that? Oh no. Oh no no no. Ocean, are you implying what I think you're implying? Have you watched that type of stream before? Be careful with who you tell about that, by the way, because I am in enemy territory. I mean, alright, if you like watching ASMR and you like watching that sort of thing, perfectly fine. But I'm just saying I find it weird. Also, speaking of ASMR, or like mukbangs and things like that. Not mukbang, but yeah. I find it so funny when I watch like big Twitch streamers or things like that, and most of their clips are just them eating. Not even like playing a game or doing anything like that. They're just eating. And I'm like, wow, you can really tell where the millions of dollars went. It's just overflowing. Because I actually have a hypothesis that there's a point in which a Twitch streamer gets enough money that they're going to constantly keep improving their streams because they actually feel hungry and they want to keep making it better. But then there's a point where, like, they go over that threshold and they just start making their streams worse. And they just stop caring. Because, like, why do I need to do anything anymore? I'm already famous. I can go on any podcast I want. Who cares? Oh yeah, I do clear search history like I just watched NROP. What is that? Actually, do not share if... As if. Okay. I do not clear in my search history that often, actually. Oh, backwards. I see. I see what you're stating. I understand now. And speaking of that subject, you know what's the cheapest form of controversy you can get into? It's like if somebody figures out your history of that sort, and then they like expose you for it, and it's just like normal things. It's like, yeah, I like watching the opposite. Like I like watching people I'm attracted to. Wow, crazy. Man realizes has sexuality. Crazy. Heartbreaking story at 11. Absolutely insane. But it's also weird because I feel like typically those controversies, I had it with like a had it like a drug god. I feel like those controversies usually disproportionately affect not men, because it seems like men nowadays have this perception of like, oh, they're always watching that type of content. They're always watching inappropriate things. Because, you know, they're just a guy. They would keep watching that. But if women get exposed for doing that, how dare she? I'm offended personally. Watching things of that sort, oh no, no. You're not supposed to do that. Instead, you're supposed to watch TikTok, in which every single book recommendation that I've seen is just straight up pornography. What is wrong with that? TikTok's so sensitive. Apparently not to the words that I say. I can say weird stuff like that all the time, but as soon as I title a stream gambling, oh no, no, get away. Peach sugar is my favorite flavor. I'm more of a, like, blueberry or generic flavor type enjoyer. I've never really had peach too much. Doink. I was about to mention the gambling incident. The gambling incident's funny, though. I hope somebody brings that up and uses it up against me in the past. You were suspended on TikTok. You're a promoter of gambling. I like strawberry yogurt. You know what I like doing? So, if any of you know what Go-Gurts are, I am an adult man, by the way. What I do is I take Go-Gurts and I cut off the tops of them, like 2 of them at a time, and then just consume the yogurt. I need more yogurt per yogurt. Strawberry yogurt is cool too, like the only other I've tried. Peak, yep. Absolutely. Go-Gurt supremacy. Even though it's literally just yogurt in a tube. I thought you were gonna say you froze them and eat them like ice cream. No, do you do that? I think my brother ate those when he was like 5. I have not seen them in a while. I see. I have the mental aptitude of a 5-year-old. I mean, hey, at least I'm pretty happy while doing it, so nobody's taking that away from me. Ow. Yeah, okay. Ow. I think I did that once before. And I had Go-Gurt in a while, but I remember eating them a lot. Paperclip tasty I'm chewing on right now. Maybe you should not. Chew gum. No, wait, that's not what I meant. No, I'm joking, Boop. I know you did not mean that as an insult. I meant having the mental aptitude of a 5-year-old to be a positive thing. Because when you're a child, you look at the world a lot more optimistically. And it's a lot easier to see the good in people when you're younger. Tinnitus. Or tetanus? Or is that a different word entirely? Oh, I understand. Yeah. Doink! Chewing gum hurts my jaws. But chewing on a paper clip does not. Chewing just straight aluminum. No. Alright. Oh, shit, I'm gonna take a gander. I'm gonna bet that, you know, like wooden pencils? Do you chew on wooden pencils? Like, is there bite marks on them? You're like Mike Tyson, you got a chewing fixation? Or, oh no, his word was biting fixation. I used to? Weird. I can predict thee like a book. Like a book that you would use to write in with pencil. That has little bite marks on it. This is still killing 3 hits. Yep, I'm gonna hold the shield out like this. I used to pick at the wood of my pencils until my fingers were bloody and the pencil was just lead. I think I used to bite pencils, to be honest. No, it's perfectly fine. Most people bite pencils. I'll be honest, I never bit pencils before. But the thing that I would do when I was in class, here's the thing about me. I generally hate school, or I hated school, because I'm extremely bored during most of it. And what I would do is I would take a mechanical pencil, or even a pen, I would disassemble it and then reassemble it. Or I would take like different pens and mechanical pencils and I would see how they work. And then I would disassemble them and reassemble them with different parts. That's what I used to do. It was a while ago in like 4th grade. Ow. Oh, that's cool. I guess it gives you another idea of something to do where you're bored. Or if you want a really good idea to do while you're bored, find something that you're not able to do. That's my go-to to pass time. Find something you're not able to do and you just learn how to do it, because it's a good way to get your mind off of being bored. Like, for example, one of the things that I need to work on, I can snap with my right hand, but not with my left. So if I'm ever extremely bored, I just practice snapping with my left hand. I used to turn mechanical pencils into rocket launchers. Hey, I also used to play, like, paper football. You know, you fold the little paper into a football, and then you make the little goalpost, and then you try to score. Doink. It's been a while since I've folded a little football, so I've probably forgotten at this point, if I'm honest, but it's probably pretty easy to relearn. I have a phone. Doink. Doink. Ow. Doink. Ow. Doink. Doink. Either that or drawing is my go-to. I really like drawing, but I just... It's a hobby that I want to get better at, but I just never find the time for myself to do it. I probably need to make, like, a list of things that I need to do every day, because I would definitely include drawing on it. Besides, like, the stuff that I always have to do every day. One time my teacher doxed everyone in my class. Ooh, nice. Base teacher. Very red-pilled. Probably Andrew Tate fan. Ooh, not one hit. Drawing stream. Oh. Yeah, I have proposed that before, but also I need to work on like layering and things like that, because the art software that I use is Krita. And like if you go into my YouTube, I drew, well, sort of drew I essentially just sketched over a screenshot for the thumbnail that I used for the recent Dokupon video. But it's just something that I want to get good at, but I'm not sure the best method at which to do that. I guess I could, like, take a class every day if I'm really bored. Or I could just use YouTube, like every other person. Doink. Doink. Because I'm pretty sure I'm much like other people where I have these ideas that I would love to see and I would love to personally draw, but I just do not have the capability to put it onto paper at the moment. But I guess it's never going to exist unless I put in an effort and attempt it. Am I right? Oh, so someone called and someone cat. But cats are pretty cool. Ow. Oh, they're still alive. I'm a vanished now, Feral. Okay, bye-bye, Starberry. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, fat? Oh. It's a bit rude. Maybe they are an Andrew Tate supporter. TikTok hates me. Also. Owie. Nothing. Also what? No, I'm gonna try using a coin, why not? My luck has increased. Yippee. What's my favorite movie or show? One time I was saying in class extra to finish some work, it was like 3rd grade. Okay, I'll let you finish that story. Favorite movie or TV show? So the favorite movie that I can think of recently, so number one, if it's guilty pleasure or it's just overall, it's a West Side Story, the 1960 ones. I adore that play and the movie. In terms of like being cinema and being a movie in and of itself, Memento is also up there. Movie by Christopher Nolan. I think the main actor, his name is Guy. I do not remember the last name though. And then for TV show, TV show's a little bit more difficult because there's not really been too much that I can think of. Also, Jay, I'll probably write these all out if you actually want to watch them yourself or you want to look them up. And then TV show, it's hard to think of it right off the top of my head. Probably like Mr. Robot, but I would say Mr. Robot's not the best TV show I've ever watched. It's just one that I think about a lot. So, movie, West Side Story, and then Memento, and then TV show is Mr. Robot. I'll also include an anime in there, because why not? What's my favorite anime that I've ever watched? I had a fun time watching Kageyama's Love is War, but if I'm honest, it's probably Mob Psycho 100. I need to watch more anime, but Mob Psycho 100 is the one I've had the most fun watching so far. Ow. Also, who's that weird chatter in there called ytouchamySPAGETT? What a weirdo. He stole my name. And this man said, you mean you like, oh. The thing before intimacy. I'll probably try them out later. Okay. Weirdo, ban him. True. Be gone. Read the chat before. And I asked him how you spell 4, and I said it is 4. Oh, okay. Well, that's not the way you spell 4. Yeah, if that was a teacher that said that, that is very inappropriate. Like, probably during that time you did not know what that means, but if you know what that means now, that's something very different. Mind you, I did not know I was alone in the class. I think the weirdest thing that I ever had with one of my teachers is I think when I was in like the last few years of my school, a teacher, I think I was alone with a teacher in a class, and they asked me my age, and I think at the time I said I was like 16 or 17, and they said, "Wow, you look a lot older than that." I was like, "Oh, thank you." It felt very weird. I got out of the class as soon as possible after that, because that's a weird thing to say. Thankfully, I was not diddled. Yes, thankfully. The diddler did not strike that day. So generally, when people say that about me, when they see me in real life, I just always feel weirded out by it. Every single time. Also, one time I was almost. I see. I see. It was in 6th grade. The curtains dampen. The candles become more dim. The horror story begins. Ugh. Ow. Bueller, you got anything for me? Oh, I'm still at 12? Incredible. Amazing. It was not by a teacher, but a student? No, my art is arting today. Maybe you just need to take a break, Boop, because sometimes if you push yourself too hard, then it starts coming out in your artwork as well. Where, like, you try to draw a specific curve or a line, and it's just not coming out the way that you think it should look, and you just go, but I should be able to do this. But I have all these cool ideas, and it's not right. So I was in a film class, and somebody in my class took my phone and looked at my search history. Oh. That guy's inspiring me to get back into art. Are you talking about Boop, the person that's on YouTube currently? Yeah. Well, there's no better time to start than now. You never know when the motivation's gonna leave you again. So you gotta seize the day, carpe diem. Take what is rightfully yours. Do what you need to do. That was right before the class ended. Ow. Rude. I think the weirdest thing one of my classmates said to me was in 5th grade. They told me to press my elbows together. I do not know if you know what that means. I actually do not. What is the meaning behind that? And when class ended, she said her mom was here to pick her up. This was an independent study school. Okay. Like, I understand some things, but most things I am, like, under a rock about. With an extra class and no grade or group dismissal. And if you want Boop, I can look it up myself. They tell girls to press their elbows together because it makes their chest look bigger because it's pushed. Okay. The grades were mixed? Oh, I did not know that. Okay. That is certainly weird. It was like a high school or 8th grade or something. I did not fall for it, for I, man smart and better than them. True dat. I did not remember exactly. You know, the worst thing about things like that, Boop, is somebody may have asked me a question like that, and I would have no clue. I probably just did it. I don't even know. Why do I always mistype at the worst times? No, it's fine, Boop. You make mistakes, and that's what makes you human, and that's the good thing. Would it not be so boring to meet a person who was absolutely perfect and was better than you at everything? That is what makes people special. But after class, she asked if she could take her to her mom's car. Oh, okay, I just got a memory of this conversation. I remember sitting next to somebody and they put their arm on my leg, or like they put their hand on my leg, and I, that was a weird feeling. And you know, the funny thing is that during that time, I literally just, do you know what I did? Instead of like saying to get it off, I literally just took my hand and just moved it. Because like, why would you do that? Ugh. Oh, that's not fun. Yeah. If I could take her to her mom's car. It's not necessarily a weird request so far, but we shall see. Yeah, sometimes in life you just like have a memory of something that you purposely try to ignore, and then it just comes back to you. It's like, oh, what a nice surprise. Thank you, brain. I thought that was an enemy up there. That was just drapes. One of my family friend who was actually the teacher asked if she was here, yet she said no. A little suspicious. A little sussy, as it were. Gotta use Among Us terms to stay hip. Irreversible trauma. Are you talking about what I was describing? Okay, some random person putting their hand on my leg. I do not think of it very often, and I also had the wherewithal to just move it. Also, hi Foxfire, how are you doing? You know, I know somebody with a very similar name to you. You may just be a random person, or you may be somebody I know, and that's kind of concerning. That's why I'm just stating it out loud. drag, 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 drag. But she insisted that I take her alone right now. Ah, that's when it starts to get concerning, when you're like, I'm not really comfortable with doing that, and the person's like, no, now! Do it now! Aw. You know, I'm gonna take a little nap to contemplate the fact that there's no dreg. It's so sad. No dreg. I'm dregless. Yet again. Here I am. Another day. More dregless. Thankfully, the friend said she had to go alone, and when her mom got here. Oh, it does not do the action. I'm moving back to Twitch now. Alright. I enjoy going back to the Twitch dimension in which you will be the only person over there, it seems. He looks so comfy laying on the stairs. I know. But unfortunately, as is true with much of life, you gotta get back to work. In fact, actually, as soon as I'm done with stream, I might do that animation on my bed. Just fully laid out, spread. Man spreading, as it were. Remember that? Remember when the term man spreading was everywhere? I remember. Hola again. Hola, hola. At the time, I did not even know that I was avoid getting harassed, I'll say the word. Well, so Ocean, the thing with that is that because you never... This is kind of a weird thing about life, and this is something I've always found interesting. So, I'm going to explain this two ways. Foxfire deleted their comment. Maybe they were somebody you know. Yeah, maybe they are a hidden person. So, let's say somebody asked you to do something. And let's say they ask you to wear a specific shirt. If you choose not to wear the shirt because they said it, then you're technically adhering to their demands because you're listening to them. But if you do decide to wear the shirt for them, then you're adhering to their demands anyway. So some people can just put you into a paradox of like, I'm doing what you're saying whether you want to or not, because I'm listening to your opinion that much. This kind of applies to this situation, Ocean, in and of that because you never went to the like timeline in which you actually walked with them, you do not know if they would have actually done that or if they would have just like had a normal conversation. But that does not inherently mean that you did not make the right choice, or the person that was speaking did not make the right choice. Just go shirtless, problem solved. That could be a problem depending on who you are. Societal standard says that generally one group of people, oh yeah, shirtless, oh boy, that's fine. But the other, no. That's what I was gonna say. The world is a mess. Oh dang it, I am not in that group of people. But TikTok is baby. Like, I've always found it weird. So typically when I like walk around, when I go to certain cities and like I have to go walk or I have to go deliver something or something like that, I always find it amusing where I just see, like, guys just walking around without shirts or things like that, and I'm like, that's weird. Part of me is like, put a shirt on, but the other part of me is like, I do not care. Who knows, maybe they're not able to afford a shirt. Maybe I'm just judging. Another drag, let's go. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's like I do not care, but also I do not want to see that. Yeah. I honestly go by if it is not hurting anyone or it is legal, then it is fine. So legality's always been an interesting thing with me because something being legal is very different from it being light. Or right, not light. Maybe those 3 cents would allow them to afford the shirt. Are you implying that I'm the person who was walking around without a shirt? Because that was certainly not me. You laws cringe, boo, exactly. Because, like, the way that I've always thought about it is I find it very, like, hypocritical, the standards that we adhere to very often in society. Because, like, if man go outside and not wear a shirt, it perfectly fine. No one care. Maybe he might be asked to put on a shirt, but nobody's gonna harass that person. Let's say woman, not even, like, take off shirt, but is just, like, wearing a bra or is even wearing a bikini. Inappropriate. Think of the children. How could you do that? I bet she's a horrible person. I'm not saying it, but, like, it clearly must be what it is. So if it's not hurting one, then that's probably fine. But how do you define hurt? Because hurt can mean many different things. What if you do an action that only hurts one person, and everyone else is fine? Does that inherently make it a bad action? I was implying that you should give a random shirtless guy 3 cents and say nothing and then walk away. Ooh, that's a good idea. Physical or mental. Or Ocean, I always love this example because I always find it so amusing. Life is full of things that make not a lot of sense, but you have to do them anyway. So Ocean, what you're advocating for is if somebody needs life-saving surgery, we should not do it, because by doing surgery, you are hurting them. Because you are increasing the possibility of them dying. Whether it be like an incision, whether it be like a transplant, whether it be something like that, you are technically hurting them by doing that in an attempt to fix them. The obvious answer is no, of course it should be fine. But there are actual people in this world who are like, we should not have surgery. Surgery, yucky. Because if I was given this body and my body's failing me, it just should. This is why philosophy is really interesting, because you have to come to these, like, moral paradigms or axioms. And then you have to, like, question them yourself, because what's more interesting is proving yourself wrong, not proving yourself correct. I can have any idea and prove it correct. The real meat and potatoes is trying to prove it wrong. Do not turn my words on me! When I go to the doctor, is it immoral for them to give me shots because shots hurt and hurt is bad? True. No more vaccines. I agree with Boop. Remove all vaccinations. My children shall not be vaccinated. They should all just be... All vaccines should be destroyed. That's what I think. Absolutely. Remove it all. Ow. I'm being shaken, but I do love talking about this because it is interesting. Yeah. I think about a lot of these things all the time. Like, and this is another fun one. I think I've asked this on stream before, but... Alright. Do you believe that you are the arbiter of your own destiny? Do you believe that you have action and that you have free will? Or do you believe that everything that you will do is already preset, and that you are essentially just a passenger on the journey of life? Because there's two different ways to interpret this. There's two ways to think about this. Vaccine make you speed, and it bad? True. Because number one, you can look at life as just a set timeline, in which everything that you will have done, or maybe even thought about doing, is always going to be one action, and it's just a straight line. And that no matter what you do, you cannot change it because you will have always done it. If you look at life in that sort of way, then yeah, you technically do not have free will, because you're always going to do the same action no matter what, because of that straight line concept. But if you view life in a different way, in which right now you have will and you have actions because your past or your future is not determined in and of that it can still change and it will eventually change, then yeah, You got plenty of free will. You can do all that you want. Honestly, I think this entire discussion, it's not even like something that's going to be true or false or you're right or wrong. It's more perspective and how you see life. Hi, notification. How you doing? Because whether or not you're a determinist or whether or not you're somebody who believes that you have free will and you have course in your life, fundamentally you still live the same, do you not? Just because you think that you have no choice, it still means you do actions. It still means that you take effect and you think about things. It does not matter who is right or wrong, it just matters what your perspective is. You can turn anything against anyone? Well, yeah. Oh, Shin, you did not put a period at the end of your sentence. That means you do not care for grammar. See? Easy. Is this Elden Ring or Dark Souls? This is Dark Souls 3. I think that I have free will in the same way anyone has the free will to act out an action that is influenced and affected by anyone else's actions and inactions. But, Boop, I could argue. The reason I say this is not to dismantle your argument, but to make you think about it, so you can come to your own conclusion. Every action and everything that anyone has ever done has already been influenced by actions in the past. Could you not argue that all of life is just a domino effect, in which everything is already just an effect of something else? You are an effect of how your family or your parents acted, and that influenced you, and their parents influenced their parents, and their parents influenced their parents. In a way, you could also make it so that the only people who had free will were the first people who have ever existed and influenced actions. That is exactly what I am saying, silly goose. So, you are agreeing with me, it's just I was saying it in a different way. Okay. It's crazy to think that we can make certain sounds or lines that makes people feel any emotion. Hmm? Yep. Alright. Fair is fair. Is this what I mentally come back to? This is what happens when you play Dark Souls for about 2 hours. You start getting philosophical. Hehehe, I detected the violation. No! Talking about philosophy, none of that. I want bland, generic takes. I want Twitch streamers complaining about the Ultra Rich, and I want them talking about random things. That's what I want on my For You page. Let's see, how in the world could I also try and disagree with that? I have a very small amount of free will that has been affected by everyone else's free will in all of time. That is basically what I was trying to say. This made me cry? So, your definition of free will is the feeling of having action, or, like, you can have an effect on something. Or that you feel that your actions are not influenced by others, correct? Or at the very least, that you have influence over your own actions. Do not cry, no crying in the stream, okay? You realize crying is not necessarily a bad thing, it can also be a good thing. I have a small amount of influence, yeah. But what if you only think you have influence? Would that change something? That by thinking you have influence, what if you're wrong and that you do not? Would you not have free will in that situation? Or is it the thought that counts? That the thought and the idea of free will is what matters. It matters not whether you do or do not actually have it. I see free will like being able to do anything humanly possible. Oh, my bad. Let me just see White Diamond. I do not really think it would change anything. So you think that because things are already the way it is, it does not really matter? Because it just is a certain way, and you're not able to change that? Regardless of how much you try to talk about it or discuss it? Doink. No drag. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. How has this conversation come to be? We went from talking about monkeys with shotguns to talking about hypothetical topics that makes your brain think in weird ways. You see, it's called, Jay, to bring back our earlier conversation, it's called OCD. It's being very obsessed about a certain topic. I mean, I'm open to changing my viewpoint, but my current viewpoint is one I am confident in. That is how most people should think, but yeah. Well, but the thing is, Boop, is that it's kind of a difficult viewpoint to change, is it not? Because you're essentially arguing that there is a certain way to view the world, but, like, it does not matter what it is, because the way that you live is the one that makes the most logical sense. In your eyes. So there's not really a way to change it unless there was some external force that could somehow open your eyes to seeing ways differently. I will be changing the YouTube because why not? Okay. Yeah, that's also where Boop is, so if you want to talk with Boop about this, or about a different subject, whatever. Give me back my hamster! No. It's mine! I'm about to traumatize anyone who's been in the Steven Universe fandom for a while. I've not seen Steven Universe at all. Doink. Ow. 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 This is Black Diamond. She is the most powerful diamond. Are there any spades, clubs, or possibly even hearts in Steven Universe? It's just all card suits. Hola, again. Hello, Jay. Tell me if anyone gets it, please. I will, Ocean. Do not worry. Do not fret. Doink. Doink. Ow. Doink. Doink. Oh, I just thought of a different interesting topic since we kind of reached dead on determinism and free will. Or do you cry because crying is good for you? No, it is all gemstones in Steven Universe, like pearls, rubies, and sapphires. Okay. I cannot be alone in this one. It seems like Boop knows about Steven Universe a little bit. Who are the most intelligent people that have ever lived? Now, when I thought about this, I thought about, like, generic answers, like Einstein, or like, generic smart people that most people would think. But I thought about it further, and I realized, me, I love Steven Universe. Yes, Jay, you're the smartest person to have ever lived. I cannot be alone in this one. What about round, let the city turn? No clue. The smartest people who have ever existed, I actually advocate, are the first, like, quote-unquote humans who had to come up with things like thought and thought processes. Because if you think about it, our instincts came from somewhere. They're instinctually built into us because somebody had to experience something. Those type of people are probably, in my eyes at least, the smartest who have ever lived, because they're the ones that helped us develop those fundamental traits that have continued on for literal generations, and every single person ever lives. So they have influenced us intellectually more than anyone probably ever can or will may be able to. For me, it's probably the person who invented the wheel. A circle. And we, in essence, live vicariously through them because we still have those instincts. And we also develop new ones in different ways. Because I think phobias can often carry down throughout families or other things of that sort. So if you want to get really roundabout about it, you can say that you are part of one of many. I do not really think there is a smartest person who has ever lived, because everyone has their own specialities and way of thinking. But if I do not give a basic answer like that, probably historians. No, that's not a basic answer, Boop. Sometimes they're just questions that do not have answers. Like, let me give you one that's very controversial and that's very easy. Do you think there's a way to prove that God exists? Most people would just be like, yes, or they'd be like, no. But to be truthful, there's not really a good way, because it's such an abstract concept. At least in my eyes. This is deeper than 2S Ultra Kill. These conversations are making me go insane. I'm now fidgeting with an ice pack. Do you want me to dumb down the conversation? Probably not. No. Because let's go down with it. So if it depends on your, to even answer the question further, it depends on what your idea of God or defining God even is. Is God something that you can physically touch and see? No, not really. Is God something that has a physical effect in the world? Depending on who you ask, no, not really. But he's also something, or it's often he in most scriptures, but he is something that also impacts the world in like every action and is always omnipotent. So does that mean that a determinist also would be somebody who's more likely to believe in God because they believe that their actions are always going to have been done? I mean, I'm just a human. I probably will not even define God correctly. So how do I even begin to prove they exist? But isn't that not the test that God offers in front of you? To have blind faith, and in and of being blind and believing that you will be rewarded? That is what most people, especially religious, would advocate for. Hello, Firekeeper. Hold on, I'm gonna do a little emote. Wow. I made her do an effect. That means she's probably interested, right? She, like, waved at me. That means I'm gonna harass her now. A smart person is not just good with math or science, but also smart with situations and opinions. No, not necessarily. I actually kind of disagree with the Ocean there, because there are very intelligent people who are very good in one aspect and very poor in others. What makes you smart is you know that you're deficient in an area. It's not just being smart. That's my viewpoint on it. I am now just remembering that this is meant to be a Dark Souls stream. You sure? Why would a god offer a test to me, or to anyone? Why would a different species be so fixated on the species? Why not other life forms? Because, Boop, humans are a chosen people, and God purposely made these animals to suit and to serve you via different means. Except pig and pork, and fish, depending on your culture. Does that not explain the weird things that happen during your life? All these weird phenomenon that you can never explain? Deja vu, something being familiar even though you've never seen it before? Are you atheist, Spigot, or is it a mystery? Well, that is just not something I believe, lol. Well, yeah. I understand that, Boop. As I've said, I'm offering you different things to make it so you think critically about it, and I'm not just, like, going, yep, that's exact, so true. So true. So base, so true. So my viewpoint on the subject is, I think that in terms of religion, the idea of God and, like, the Bible is too vast. It is too complicated to define, so I generally veer toward it is a concept that probably does not exist. And if it is an idea or something that does exist, then it is not the way that most people believe it. Because I do not believe a god that is kind and generous would believe in, like, hating gay people or making them depressed and suicidal. I do not believe a god that is loving and omnipotent would advocate for, like, clothing up women, making women feel insecure about themselves, making women suffer and die through childbirth because she offered an apple to man. You know, things like that. I just think that it is... I try to live a life that is moral and good, and I think there are a lot of things that most religious people advocate for that I cannot advocate for myself. I admire the idea and the concept, like the loving nature of the idea of having a god that really appreciates you and has a purpose, but other things that go along with it are something I cannot agree with. Yeah. Good Dark Souls stream. And I've mentioned it before, I'm talking a lot during this stream, but when I go off stream, I like never utter a word. At all. I'm actually a very quiet person in real life. I'm pretty sure people, if they're still on the Twitch stream and they know me, they can attest to this. I have been in calls for like 2 or 3 hours and not said a word. It's just the way I am. No, Sam, I've gone a week without talking. I can attest, yeah. I'm certainly not the life of the party, nor the conversation sometimes. Me and him hang out sometimes and forget I'm in a call. Or, well, you also forget I'm in a call sometimes. Should I bring up a controversial subject? I'm willing to talk about anything, Ocean. What is a controversial subject? I believe anything is on the table. Because if you're not willing to share your ideas on some things, there are good reasons to not talk about certain subjects, but I believe it is good to have conversations. Oh, my D&D session is this weekend. Yippee! Nice. Is it in person or is it over the interweb? The vast interweb of things. In person? Oh, that's even better. Nice. I've never done a D&D session in person. I've only done it over the internet. It really should not be controversial, but it is abortion. My stance on abortion is very simple. I think it is a lot morally... It is more morally sound to be somebody who is pro-choice than it is to be pro-life. Because to be pro-life, you have to jump through a lot of hoops. And, like, I generally agree with some people who are pro-life, in which, like, you should not just recklessly get abortions or not use birth control. Yes, those are, like, very obvious things. But it's also very weird in turn to also be like, yeah, if they're pregnant, they should just have the child. Like, it's just, they have no decision. We order pizza and just spend 3 hours role-playing. It is great. It'd be nice to order a pizza. Doink. And honestly, I would be more, I known you for 4 days, but you are my favorite streamer. Thank you. Now I want a pizza. Now everyone wants a pizza. Dang it. The pizza effect. Ugh. It's okay, Boo. It's fine. Whenever anyone brings up pizza, it makes everybody hungry for pizza. Like, I would love to have a conversation with somebody who is pro-life to see exactly why they believe the way that they do. Because often it's more morally fixated on, like, the Bible and the idea that murder is wrong. But I just think it's more morally consistent with the way people live, especially today, to be pro-choice. Because why should you have input on somebody else's, like, life decisions, especially if it's a complicated one? And also, there are situations that make it very complicated. Like, what if somebody purposely tries to get a child? Or how do I describe this? What if somebody's in a relationship with somebody and they purposely want to have a child, and then it just sours, and then the mother does not want to have a child? Does the father have input, or should it only be the mother who has, like, ideas about whether they should have a child? And the way that I've thought about it is that the father should have input, but it should probably be the mother's decision. The 30 days or life movement is insane to me because most people do not even know if they're pregnant. 30 days, yeah. My mother was pro-life until her friend needed a life-saving abortion and my mother paid for it. Well, yeah. Give me back my hamster and I'll give you a pizza. You drive a hard bargain, but unfortunately, I gotta keep the hamster. Or we're actually eating pizza right now. You're not able to hear it because I keep muting instantaneously as I'm eating, but you know, it's a good pizza. We're chilling. Ugh. What is with this hamster stuff? Somebody said that I took their hamster, and you know what? I did. I took the hamster. The hamster's mine. Somebody that I've never met before and only met via TikTok. Yeah, I took your hamster. And also, I think the reason that abortion is always going to be a complicated subject is because you have to think very differently about it. Like, you have to have a very different moral compass to be inherently pro-choice as opposed to pro-life. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a stream one day in which I like talk with somebody who's actually pro-life and bring up talking points. I think that would be good. Wait, what did you say about my message? I zoned out. The 30-day pregnancy message? Yeah, I've always found that weird. I like how we're switching between topics. Free will, pizza, abortion, hamster. Yep. All I can say to that. My friend has a hamster. His name is... Oh, let's see if I can pronounce it. Zala Bonchi? Or is it Zala Bonchi? Tell me if I pronounced that correctly. And also, there are crazy people on both sides of the argument that most people do not address. Because most people tend to veer pro-choice. Like, some people are pro-choice where it's like, the baby is literally about to be born, and they're like, yeah, you can kill the child. And I feel like that's a little bit wrong. But then you also get to the pro-life people who are like, yeah, you should, like, birth control, unacceptable. All of it. No birth control allowed. Birth control is developed by the devil himself. Yeah, that is too far for me. Yeah. But then it also becomes difficult because, like, when's the point in which it's right or wrong to have an abortion like that? And it becomes even more complicated because the person who is going to have the baby, if they were, like, responsible or not. But no birth control is gross? Yeah, I agree. No, you see, the purpose of having sex is literally only to have children. There is no other reason to have sex. None that I can possibly think of. So, like, no birth control is the only way to go. I hope people take this out of context. It would be really funny. I do not know how to type the pronunciation, but you were close. Just say it without any culture at all. Just as American as possible. You want me to do my American voice? Okay. Zala Bonchi. I gotta have my pick-em-up truck, and I got my shotgun and beers in the back. Oh, he walked back. Clipped? No. You now have blackmail against me. That would be amazing. Doink. 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 Ow. Doink. Anyone on Twitch, please clip that. Apparently Jay already clipped it on YouTube, so it's already over. My career is over before it's even begun. Hey, Spaghetti, you're that person that said, like, no birth control should exist, right? Maybe a little less American. But come on, it's so great to be American, is it not? Let us go. We got American spaghetti. Yep. Doink. 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 You know what time it is? Salami. Sure, man. Do you need to eat? I am suspicious. Actually, I do not technically need to eat right now. I do have... Hashtag clip. No, so why the way that you clip stuff on Twitch is there should be a button in, like, the right-hand corner. For Twitch, where you can, like, clip things as they occur. So, like, if that were to occur in the future. I need to have like a nutritional drink, but I can kind of wait. I still got like an hour or two, boop. Doink. Hiya. Come here, come here, come here. Show me your backside. This is weird. Actually, I just realized that sounds very weird from our recent conversation. Turn away. Show me your face. Ah, okay. Okay, so you found where it was. What? What that? Live breaking news. Live streamer sexually harasses random NPC in video game. I am appalled. Honestly, you should just like quit the internet. No. Gotcha. Spaghetti, I will say your full name, not actual name, because I do not know. You do not give his hamster. You would not dare. Okay, I'm back. The clip thing is weird. Ocean, hold on. We can talk about this. Did you know that if you say my full name, it's like a reverse Beetlejuice. It unsummons me. My hamster. How about this notification? I'll give you a deal. If you say 5 big booms, then I'll give you back your hamster. I'll be very generous, benevolent even. Why did you take my spaghetti? Boom! Boom! That's 2. Boom! That's 3. 4. Boom! 5. Boom! Okay, hold on. Let me go get the hamster. I'll be back. Oh, no, you did too many booms. I'm sorry, notification. I actually have to hold on to the hamster for a little bit more. Also, I just remembered that my health. I need to make sure I do not die. Hold on. Still getting them. Ow, it's biting me. Okay. Alright. Your hamster has been teleported back. You now have your hamster again notification. I do not know where it went. I think I lost the clip. It's okay. If you really want the clip again, there will be the VOD on Twitch, and you can always use the clip software there. It should not be too hard to find. Let me get my deep fryer. Why would you deep fry a hamster? The best way to eat hamster is with, like, hamburger bun. Ow. Hamburger. Gotta have more American talk, right? I do have a clip of you saying you steal and do drugs, though. Okay. The best part about those clips is I say everything in, like, the same cadence. So, I say stuff like that, straight-faced, and then I also say serious stuff in the same cadence as well. So, nobody's gonna be able to tell the difference unless they know me. It'll be great. People will be like, why is there like this drug dealer that keeps showing up in live streaming? And where can I have some of those drugs? Will you do web fishing if you get your goal early? I'll be honest, Ocean. I'm a little over halfway. That is probably why I can never tell if you were joking. Yep. Even friends. Okay. Boop, to give you a reference. I have known some friends of mine for like over a decade at this point. And I will say things and they wonder if I'm being serious or not. That is how often that happens. Trust me. You're fine. I'm probably not gonna do web fishing today, Ocean. Wait, did someone mention web fishing? Oh, yes, they did. Oh, that must get annoying. Well, it's if I'm honest, it's funny for them because like I'll say something like extremely out of nowhere. Actually, you know what, Ocean? How about this? My goal was to get to 30, but if I get to 20, I'll call it a day and I'll do web fishing. Okay, so we're gonna mark that off the list. It's funny for them anyways. The reason it's funny is because I'll say something like completely weird or quote-unquote out of pocket, and they'll be like, are you serious? Did you actually do that? And then I'll just say in the exact same tone of voice every single time, no. Every single time. And they know I'm not joking about that, so... It's great. Maybe I'll ask them if they find it annoying. I do not think they will, but I'll ask just in case. Wait, for real? You do that? No. Ow. Ow. Okay, I need 3 more dregs. No dreg. I think people soften their punishments to me when I just accept it with a straight face. No. I have a friend like that. I think it is hilarious. Yep. Ow. Also, the word punishment has... I got hungry and accidentally eaten my hamster. Did it taste like pizza? It should have. It just had pizza. Also, no! Yes? Oh, I liked hamster. Hamster gone. Goodbye, hamster. 2025 to 2025. Now I want pizza. Well... You know what? I'm gonna make a pizza later today because you keep talking about the pizza. They're like, you should not have extra time on assignment because it is not fair to others. And I'm like, okay. Right now I like YouTube the most because I can see the most people chatting. Oh, I caused the streamer to eat pizza. I am combusting. Well, you may want a fire extinguisher next to you. Ow. Then they actually say, actually, you can, I guess. Maybe you're just very good at convincing people. All part of my evil plan to make you eat a pizza. No. No. Not a delicious food. Evil. And then after... that all the crust will be mine. Well, that's where I can beat you, Boop, because I eat the crust. Believe it or not. I eat the whole crust. That's an interesting thing to say, notification. I'm not going to read that. Okay can be very convincing words. Oh, yeah. No, I have been foiled. True that. Also, that reminds me, I'm going to talk about a little bit of an anime thing. Also, I'm not saying that notification. So, a little anime trope. If you've ever seen the anime before, you've probably seen the idea before that, like, if you drink water after someone, or you eat food after somebody, it's an indirect kiss. I have never understood that concept because, like, what? No, that's not how that works. I understand if you're, like, 11 or 12 years old, they'd be like, ew, cuties, or like male cooties, who, whatever. But like, come on. It's not like you're actually doing anything, and come on, you know, sharing's caring. Okay. I might just start clipping everything out of context. Like I just said, I'm combusting. With a little bit of editing, I can do something very evil. I'm gonna leave my imagination and assume that you would do something very kind. Like, you would say, The edit would be like, I am busting people out of jail. Wow, how very kind of Spaghetti to do that. Very cool. And you know what? Everyone should follow and like and hit the unsubscribe button. That's what it would be. Oh, God. No, bad. No, I'm not reading that. Bro would be drooling if he lived with me. I plan on having a deep freezer and catch sales as much as I can. Also, I know this man is food motivated, yes. If somebody was like, hey, can you like go across the country for a pizza? I'd be like, yes, sir. What type of pizza we talking about? Oh boy. Now that you just said that, you're making the situation worse? What do you mean? Oh, wait. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about certain things that I've done to myself and the implications herein of that action. We're gonna ignore that. Sure, man, stop helping people clip you out of context. You said that now, so I can make you say that. You said I did that, and I can say the other words too. I got pizza right here in my van. Okay, I'm not that stupid. What? Pizza in a van? Oh, but you're locking the door? Crazy. And the windows are blocked out? Wow. How did you do that? Also, you know what? Normalize vans again. Do not want them used by bad people. It is okay, you did not say it with enough enthusiasm. So I'll not be clipping. Okay. My own speech and tone of voice saves me again. Wow. How would do that? Also, I've definitely said that, like, sequence of words multiple times before. I'm not gonna say the other words that I said, because you're in clipping moods, it would seem, but I appreciated it. Wait, I am confused? Confused to what? Your own torment? I still need 3 more. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ow. Ow. It's gonna be so sad when you're popular and I'll be able to focus on individual contents. I hope that does not happen. And even if it were to happen, let's say hypothetically, my plan is number 1, evade those people. Because once you start getting popular, then you start getting people who talk to you only because you're popular. And that's kind of crang. I'll try to find a workaround. Maybe I'll just like have private streams or something like that. The only reason they're public right now is so I can actually meet people and have conversations. I hope I do not get popular. Okay, streamer man. No, I genuinely mean it. Do you see what happens when people get popular? Part of me is like, I'm curious to see what would happen, because popularity generally brings out who a person truly is. Because once you reach the top, and the way you act, that's who a person really is, because it brings out the worst in you. No, I get it. I'm being cheeky. Okay. You should make a secret alt account right now as a backup. But the problem is then people would find that account, because you know how the internet is. If I make an alt account, they're gonna be everywhere. They're gonna be hounding me like dogs. Also, you can mark this down right now. The 2 secret names that I would use in the future. Do not clip this. This would be bad if you clip this, because it's going to mess me over in the future. Would probably be like Bonk, or it would probably be Metal. Something like that. Only people from before Popular Spaghetti would be able to access the private streams, maybe. This is an alt of Popular account, and no one knows that. Well, but the problem is I know that there are some people... Okay, I know there are some crazy people like me who would go through old streams of mine just to see if I said weird things. Bonk Metal, noted. Okay. It'll probably have to be some variation of that, because I imagine there's already streamers with that. I would be boop watching someone named Bonk. Beautiful. Beautiful. In fact, my Steam username used to be Bonk, but I changed it to ytouchamySPAGETT, because I like that name more. Actually, I may as well say this now. Why I took my medal. Okay, that would be too obvious. People would find that super easily. If you want, what I could probably do at this point, if you want to see what I play on Steam, or like when I'm playing games, I could give you guys my Steam friend code. Because why not? I've already given it to other people. I feel like it'd be unfair for me to be just like gatekeeping it. I'm sure there's so many people with Bonk and Metal's usernames, though. I would spend years searching. What's another username I could do? Ugh. Smiley face. Check clips. Ugh, did you clip it? You clipped it again? No. No. Metal Hammer Bonk. How about I just make it easy? Just make it Metal Bonk. Bonk my metal, please. Pull it up on stream. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on. This is getting a little too spooky for me. Okay, goes to channel. Goes to channel. Goes to channel. Yes, clipped. It's not even an inappropriate statement. It's like one of the most cookie-cutter generic street statements I could ever say. Okay, content, clips. Oh, I see, Wyatt. You're trying to do me dirty. Oh, you clipped the secret names? How dare you? You traitor. You clipped the secret names that I was gonna use? Wyatt is... Everyone point at Wyatt, the moderator on Twitch. He betrayed me. He clipped it. He clipped it. Point and laugh. He clipped. That is crazy. Yes. He doxed me. Aw, I know. Ow. Evil man. True. Is evil man. Do you watch One Piece? No. I have not watched One Piece at all. Evil, evil. Also, hold on. I'm gonna do something dangerous. So, if you've ever used Steam before, there's something called shift tabbing, and it, like, shows you an overlay. Hopefully it's not gonna show up. It did not show up. Let's go. Hold on, I gotta send somebody a message real quick. Just so they make sure. Okay, what's your friend code? Oh, hold on. Friend code. Let me get that real quick. I'll send it on all the platforms, because why not? I want to see his level of creativity. Monster Hunter Wilds. Wow. Alright, add friend. Copy my code. Also, this might bite me later. Really harshly. But it'll be fine. No one will ever know. Put it in the chat so dude cannot clip it. Also, I'm gonna probably... Can I purge my own message? It's fine. Or I can just do this. Waba! 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 It's too late. I cannot copy and paste. Well, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. I will not clip that. Okay. Good. Done. Alright, I'll accept them all after stream. Or I guess I can do it now. Oh, hey, it is that guy who copied you again. What a weirdo. What a weird guy. Ah! I'm fine. I am pretty. I just want to do web fishing. Give me dregs. Okay, I need 2 more. 1 more. Do you almost always stream anytime you play games? No. Sometimes I do play games to myself. Let us get real here. Most of the time it's like Balatro or it's Plants vs. Zombies or things like that. That is fair, yeah. Can you add friends on mobile app? Are you talking about Steam? Yeah, you can add friends via the mobile app on Steam. Or Jay, if you come into a later stream and you're on your computer, then that's perfectly fine. I'll tell it to you again. I am the spinning whatchamacallit. The word that I'm not gonna say on stream. Oh wait, you mean that's your actual profile picture? Do you play COD or Call of Duty? Not very often nowadays. The last Call of Duty I played was Modern Warfare 2 2022. I believe. Honestly, I've not been interested. And the last Call of Duty type game that I played was X Defiant, but everybody forgot that game existed because it was made by Ubisoft. Yeah, I cannot believe there's somebody in my own chat that keeps copying me. Like, people are already taking my name. Honestly, we should veto them. Kick them out from society. But pretty politely, though. We're not trying to be rude here. Ow. Yes. Favorite book? Aww. The day I get a computer that is not horrible and can support Steam, I'll friend you. Okay. Favorite book that I've ever read? Let's see. I'm actually looking back on my bookshelf right now to get an idea. It might be The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. It's a very depressing book, but it's also a very weird book, because the end of the book is where Upton Sinclair is just like, socialism based, socialism very cool. How big is the bookshelf? It's actually not that big. There's a lot of books on it, but it's only like one bookshelf. It's not like multiple. One day when I have more stable income and maybe have like a house or something. Oh yeah. We buy into bookshelf. We buy in Mongo bookshelves. Now you see life goal is like stay at home, husband, housekeeper, oh well. I just sit there and take care of the house and read books, and then whoever's living with me, they pay everything. Living the dream. It will happen one day. Oh yeah, I bet it will. Watcha! Ow. You got anything for me? Got a human drag? Do you have the web fishing code? My brother's making a book. He said it is a plan to release by the end of the year, but I'm not sure. Okay. My woman kind of wants that from me. Weird chant. I mean, hey. All I'm saying, what? That is the life. It might be boring, and if you're able to find something that like intellectually stimulates you, or that you're content with doing that, that's the life. It is fantasy. Are you talking about the book or the idea that I just proposed? I think I'm allowed to say that. The book. It's called The Book. Crazy. It's a pretty innovative name. Innovative, even. No web phishing code, because I'm still at 19. Everyone in the stream today is getting so much power against you. Ah, yes, that I would love a loving relationship in which I get to stay in the house and read books. Wow. You're gonna use that against me so well. It's called the 8 Fates. Okay. Ow. I haven't gained the power of making you crave pizza. Yes, you have. Like, all I can imagine is somebody, I've mentioned this before, making fun of me for things like that. Huh, you just want to stay at the home, or even a guy. Like, you just want other people to make money for you and sit at home and, like, relax. You're not even a man. I would just be like, yes. So true. Say more. No, but I have your friend code and a bunch of out-of-context clips. Yes, if you ever see me playing an inappropriate game, you can be like, aha, he's playing that game. I am now a woman. I'm not sure about that, but... You know what, believe it or not, I'm actually content with who I am. I like being man. Oh, I will paint my nails then. Okay, Ocean. I'm gonna say this. Instead of I'm gonna replace your username with I. Ocean likes being a fanboy, is what they said. Very cool, Ocean. I am happy that you are happy. Because we're talking about out-of-context clips. That would be the motherload. Especially what I just said before. Dodged a bullet, yeah. Ocean tried to shoot me, but dang am I good at missing. Or dang are they good at missing. Still waiting for the drag. Already have a clip of you saying the words to watch out. I mean, hey, keeping blackmail, very smart. That way you'll be able to twist my arm and get me to not do anything, because I would still not do anything. You could have a clip of me saying some of the worst things in the world, and I would still be like, post it, do it now, post the clip. I know you want to. Do it now! Do it! Post the clip! Doink, doink, doink. Dreg. Dreg moment. Dreg moment. I will find the stream where you slip up and say the word that rhymes with neighbor. I'll be honest, Ocean, the word is slipping from my mind. Just like that clip's gonna slip through your fingers. I'll splice it with 10 other clips to make it seem like you said that Ocean is a femboy. Paper? Major? Labor rhymes with neighbor. You're saying I went to... do not slip up. You are saying that I am a part of the labor force? Timer? I saw the trap that you put in front of me, Ocean. I pre-read it. I'm a Reddit user. Many gold has been given to me. I did not even notice. No, you knew. You, why do I spell labor like that? I am not British. Is it because I've been using you when typing different things? That would be funny. I did not, I swear. That's what exactly what somebody who tried to do that would say. Ow. Ow. It almost got you, though. Exactly. Doink. You either did it or you did not do it, and you did not do it. I just have to find the stream on March 10th. Oh, I can give you the stream that was on March 10th. Why not? Alright, let me pull up my sheet real quick. Alright. I remember you said it. I knew. I had found it. Alright, the stream that was in March 10th. No, I'm kidding. The stream that was on March 10th. You've already put this into Ocean. It's already too late. The stream that was on March 10th was Final Fantasy Volume 9. And you know what? Just for you, here's the YouTube link. Go find it. Also, that guy keeps showing up in my chat. Get rid of him. Shoo him away. He took my name, took my profile picture. I am back on the hunt for the game. I have some questions that hope you will answer. Of course. What is it, Jay? Ow. What are these said questions? I know it is not because I memorized the link, but it would be funny. When was the rule instituted? Around 2020 or 2021? Or, yeah, I think. If it was a Rick roll, yeah. Give the treasure boy a nap, he looks so tired. True. Hold on. Hold on, Boo. I'll do that in a sec. Oh, geez. Yeah. Like, on my YouTube channel, I uploaded a lot of my old streams. I do not know if they go back that old, though, because that's actually a real long time ago. Sleepy time, sleepy time. Ow, my foot. I'm sorry. The price for getting the YouTube link was me taking blood, and it so happened to be your toe had to be stubbed. I know some of you have already noticed it, but I'm just gonna say it. Dun 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 dun. Dang, you said it too fast. True, I did. Me. And I'm awake. There we go. As funny as it would be to die and just go over to get my souls, I'd much rather just do this way, so that way I do not have to use another ember. Have you seen the Fraudcast skits? I have not. There are a great many things I have yet to do and things that have yet to be seen. Ow. Human drag? Apparently, Ocean, all these enemies in the game absolutely hate web fishing. This is what it feels like. It's okay, Jay. It's alright to live with things that are never unanswered. These enemies are not pro gamers. Absolutely. They're taking all the fun out of the game. Nothing. Not even a peep. Well, I guess while I'm doing this, hold on, let me check friend requests. Oh, there you are. Alright, I have accepted all the friend requests that were sent to me. Is why fishing literally just fishing, or does that have any depth to it? It's literally just fishing. But then again, Jay, if you're willing to watch me farm for Dark Souls 3 enemies for almost 3 hours at this point, you can probably watch me fish. I'm not really too sure, but I have a feeling. Also, if any of you have anything to do right now, like you're procrastinating on something, or you've been avoiding something, you should probably go do it. It's been 3 hours. Go do something. I'm doing something right now. Go do something that's important to you. Or maybe something that you've been wanting to do. Whether it be artwork, whether it be reading a book, go do it. Have fun. I ate your pizza. Wait. I have to kill these enemies and go make sure it's okay. I'm in bed and too lazy to get up at this point. It's the best option right now. Oh, I've not ever seen a web fishing stream before. Alright, well, hopefully within a few minutes, I will be able to get to it. Alright, as soon as I spawn back, I have to go make sure the pizza's okay. The pizza! No! You liar. The pizza's still there. I cannot believe you would lie to me. On the internet? If it's just fishing, why are people so obsessed with it? Let me explain it in the best way possible. Have you ever had a point in your life in which you thought about absolutely nothing, and you felt content while doing it? In which you just felt this sense of glee as you had no concerns, and there was nothing that was drowning you, or you felt like there was nothing that you were anxious about. All you could do was just focus on the moment. Also, no human drag. Waste your time in the game. Do you ever get collector's anxiety? Web fishing helps get to that moment, and that's also why people normally like fishing. Almost every day in ELA, yeah. It's one of those things where for certain people, it can help you bring a peace of mind, and that can be beautiful in a sense. But to others, it's not. And it cannot bring you to that, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody's got to find that thing that can bring you peace. It is fun and relaxing. Yep. Hey, I find games like Pogo Stuck and Getting Over It fun and relaxing, so I can probably find anything fun and relaxing. Hey, I find playing Marvel Rivals competitive fun and relaxing some days. Other days, maybe not so much, but hey. I've had those days where it's been nice to hop onto the game and just enjoy the moment, even though I'm currently only a Gold 3 player. Ow. I like Marvel Rivals, but too stressed to be able to enjoy it. That's not necessarily the case. What class do you usually play, or who do you typically play? Jay, the thing about video games is that everybody was really bad at some point. What are you doing? So in Dark Souls 3, there are covenants, and you have to farm for covenant items to get certain rewards. And as I'm trying to get all the achievements for like all the rings and such, I have to keep killing these enemies in order to try and get covenant rewards. I play anyone I'm good at. Okay, then who are you typically good at? Ow. Well... Why not invade as Aldrich and get it faster? Because, number one, this also helps me get souls, which helps me level up and makes certain other boss fights easier. And number two, I do not really typically like doing invasions. And also, the other method that I thought of was just asking one of my friends who plays Dark Souls 3 to just let me farm them. It is different almost every single time I play. So, Jay, the truth of it is that if you really like the game, if you keep playing it, maybe even if you watch videos, you will get better. And also, if you do not enjoy the game and you get, like, stressed out or you feel very bad for playing it because you feel like you're not doing enough, it's perfectly fine to drop the game as well. You should not feel guilty for things like that. Because when I did a co-op playthrough as well for Dark Souls 3, and I was getting all the sunlight medallions for doing all the co-op stuff, I instantly completed one of the covenants. But sadly, that was on another save. But oh well. Thanks. Also, favorite game that I've ever played. Probably Alien Isolation. That is why I'm excited if they come out with another game, but I will still keep my policy that if a new game comes out, I wait at least like 2 or 3 weeks to play it. Even with Alien Isolation 2. Oi. Give me human dreg. Give it to me. Wait, that's so good. Now I can play Soxon and still watch you play it. Yeah, that's the whole purpose behind it. That's my policy towards new games. If I play them, I wait like 2 to 3 weeks to play them, so you get a chance to play it yourself. And plus, I already have so many games in my backlog. I'll be fine. I can wait. I do not typically have FOMO very often, so... And if you do not know what FOMO means, it means fear of missing out. That's what that acronym has always meant. Ow. Also, am I gonna get to 3 hours and I've not even gotten another human dreg? I just want to play web fishing. Oh, so I now know what FOMO means. FOMO is typically spelled with an F instead of the PH. F-O-M-O. FOMO. Ow. Oh, sorry. No, it's alright, boo. Wait, did I just summon to the shrine bonfire? Wait a second. Oh no, I did not. Let's go! I know it's an instinctual thing to go, oh sorry, when you make a mistake, but it's perfectly fine. Try the deacons who are next to the Gaunt area. They will drop area faster. Gaunt area. Do you know what bonfire that's near? When you play Silksong, please do not play it after 11 EST, PM or AM. Pontiff Sylvan? Okay. Alright, I'll do one more run of this and then I'll try those guys. 11 AM? Okay. Alright, so... yeah, I will attempt to do that. Already know. Alright, Pontiff Sullivan. Time to fight the deacons there. Use any fire weapon. They are weak to fire. Well, I can also infuse my weapon with fire, so I can use Henri's straight sword more often. Because currently I have 99 luck to make it so the drops are quicker. So, do not stream Silk Song after 11 AM EST. Also, thank you for the advice. Honestly, I was just using a Reddit guide to see what was the quickest way to get the drops. PM? Oh, PM, I see. PM. Never mind, I did not see that earlier message, my bad. PM! PM! PM it is, not AM. Alright, you're probably... are you talking about... You're welcome. Okay, and... are the deacons over here? Where are they? Fire! Fire good. Fire real good. Which one? Probably this guy. Yippee, thanks. So, by deacon, do you mean the same enemy, or do you mean the big white guys? Also, I'm not profiling them. They just wear, like, all white. Oh yeah, I guess there's also more of them here. Go left. Mr. Deacon, bring me some dregs. Ow. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow. Hiya. I just need one more dreg and then I'm gonna be switching games. Unlucky, not even a single drop so far. Not even one? Ow. Is Demon Souls just a direct knockoff of Dark Souls? No, Demon Souls was the first Souls type game that From Software made. I actually own it on PS5. Ow. Two-handed attack is very slow. Okay, I'll switch to one-handed. But it increased damage. The damblage, though. The damblage. Also, do I want to equip another funny ring? Because this one's just for aesthetic right now. Receive double damage. The damage increase is not worth it. Okay, we'll do the funny ring. It's not going to do anything, but look at the roll, though. Good job. So I love when I've had this ring on before, and most people have asked, like, where do you get this ring? I've never seen that ability before. I'm surprised not more people know about that. Whatcha? It gives you 3 extra dexterity points, but I do not think Honor's Straight Sword scales very well with extra dexterity. I think it's mainly just strength and luck. Why does your character have no shirt? Because of the conversation we were having earlier, Jay. That's why it's not wearing any shirt. It's, I mean, morally consistent. Also, it's so I do not fat roll. And also because armor really does not matter at this point. In my professional, unprofessional opinion. Henri is a luck weapon? Yep, I have 99 luck. Trust me, I've already way ahead of you. Ow. Like, we'll look at the stats and you'll see for yourself. Ugh. Stop it. Fireball. 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 Anything? No. Ow. So, stats. I have 99 luck, and currently I have 41 strength. Honor and Straight Sword. Alright, it's boosted because of luck, and then it also scales with strength and dexterity, and strength it scales better. Actually, do I have the strength ring on? Yes, I do. If I remember correctly, the way Dark Souls works is that the letters closer to A are better. So because it's C, it's better than D. Luck in Souls games is dumb. Sometimes you get item faster by lower luck. Well, in every Souls game, luck is dumb. Pretty much, you would never ever want to increase the luck stat for any reason unless you specifically have an item you want to use. Nobody talks about luck builds. Let's let's be honest here. Web fishing. Web fishing. Web fishing. Ow. Nope. Trust statistics, it'll be fine. I'll get it eventually. Did the item drop? No. Sometimes it takes a little bit. There we go, I got it. I got the last one. Yippee, 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 yippee. Ugh. Alright, I technically need 30 for the Covenant reward, but as I promised somebody, I'd switch to web fishing as soon as I got to 20. We're gonna switch to web fishing here. So if you're here to Dark Souls, if you were here for me to watch Dark Souls, I am sorry, but I'm gonna be switching to web fishing now, so it was great seeing you. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Bye-bye. Yoink. Blundered my words there, but I guess it's understandable when you're getting harassed like that. Alright, how many hours have I put into this? Almost 40 hours. Let's go. That is more... that is more time into this one character than it has taken me to complete some games. That is amazing. Alright, black screen time. Hold on, can I do this? Oh, that did not work. Is Boop still here? I do not know. I turn off, like, if viewers are in chat, so Boop could be here. Maybe Boop's not. We'll never know. If only Boop would send a message, like, it's web fishing time, or it's web fishing. We would know. I am here, I'm just also drawing. Yeah, I figured. Alright, unlisted. Alright, Twitch and YouTube, you get to see it first, as always. That's a privilege of you being on Twitch and YouTube. Congratulations. You got your participation trophy. Alright, now I gotta just change all the stream titles. So, show lobby code. All of you can join now. Wow. That's the lobby code if anyone wants to join. Web fishing. How many viewers are even on web fishing? 50. 49. It's going down. Let's go. Bro, I am the nuggy man. You like chicken nuggies, apparently. I would, but again, I'm too lazy to get out of bed. You know what, Jay? Come on, rise out of bed. Imagine that there's a spiritual ghost that's above you, lifting your arms. Come on, you can do it. Femboys. Something tells me that might be ocean, but I'm not really sure. Also, hold on, TikTok. You're also going to be the last to get updated. Because, you know, it's just how it is. Web fishing. There you go. Then I also have to change the stream title. This is why it's always awkward to kind of switch it, because I kind of just have to sit here. Also, I'm getting sent messages. I wonder who that's from. There it is. And then... And then I have to go to YouTube and finish that stream. So go here, change the stream title. Gosh, it must be so easy to have like moderators and stuff who can do all this stuff for you. So that way you can just get super lazy. Just make all your wage slaves do this for you. Alright, web fishing! I'm fishing. Rain? No rain. Oh, the little dog is so silly. This is a cat. Boop, I cannot believe that you misspeciesed the cat. Apologize right now. I need a letter. Am here. True dat. True dat. Also, I think web fishing is really quiet. Oh, I'm so sorry to not cancel me. You'll be fine, Boop. Trust me, people have said and done much worse and are still on the internet. You'll be fine. Also, I'll put the code here as well, because I already put it there and Twitch. If anybody wants to join. That guy keeps showing up and doing everything that I'm about to do before me. Like, I am combusting. Yeah, what an idiot for saying that. That guy, stupid. But what else am I supposed to say, Boop, if I combust on fire? Am I just supposed to be, say, good heavens, for the position that I am and the state that I am is unfavorable, and I have caught on fire. This is not very good. I just wasted my time, my laptop dead, and my PC in the middle of having a midlife crisis and needs a new power supply. It's okay, Jay. At least you got out of bed, I guess. Unless you're still in the bed doing that. You overcame the worst feeling that one can have, laziness. Who is the alien? That is Ocean, the person I've been talking to on TikTok. Oh, it is Ocean. Yep. Fish. So what? I am using Magnet Lurster. Still, okay. It is Alpha. Nice. Also, yeah, in case you did not know about this game, if you type, like, emojis in the chat, your little guy will do it as well. You can do a happy face, you can do a... Actually, yeah, you might not be able to do that one. You can do just a content face. You can do a sad face. I'm probably gonna get like 7 messages now. How could you make that cat sad? Why did you do that? Make it unsad. Make it happy. Unsad the cat. Why would you make that cat sad? Make it unsad? Well, I'm sorry. Just, hold on. Make it happy. I'll make it happy in a second. Hold on. Now the cat happy. Never mind. Alright. That's another random thing when I was going through Twitch. I noticed somebody had the tag lurkers welcome. Why would you never want lurkers as a streamer? Like, they're probably the majority of your audience. Why would you, like... Why would you single them out? Even though inadvertently I'm kind of doing that right now. Why'd you single them out and be like, how dare you, leave? Leave now. I only want people that talk. Non-talkers unappreciated. It just feels weird. I love lurking. I like lurking in streams too. That's why I would never have a policy like that. No lurking allowed. You see the sign above the door, above the stream? No lurking. I can catch fish with my bare hands. I bet you can. Rain, 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 rain detected. Rain, 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 rain detected. Russ, I trust you, Ocean. I trust you so much, I'm running immediately away from you. I can catch fish with my bare feet. In certain internet circles, you may not want to share that information, Jay. Also, why would you use your bare feet to catch fish? Or maybe you're saying, like, instead of, like, exposed feet, you're talking about, like, actual bear's feet. Like, their paws. Watch this. Hype me up. You got those. And nibbled on one of my toes. Majestic. What do you mean majestic, this conversation? This is certainly not a majestic conversation. Oh, did you post the clip of me saying I deal drugs onto my own Discord? How could you do that? Now people are gonna know. I think fish nibbling on toes has the potential to be majestic. I mean, yeah, I guess you could find it comforting in a way. But, like, just get a massage. Massages are absolutely... Who, me? Yes! Yes, I steal on the street in clips and highlights. True. So hold on, I gotta check to see if there's another friend invite, just in case. Friends. Nope. Oh, I deleted it because it was a weird format. Oh, I see. Okay. I will repost it later. Alright. Yeah, are you one of those people who does not have Discord Nitro? Because having the 8 megabyte requirement is insane. I cannot believe they did that. Hold on. As much as I like Discord as a communication app, it's also really annoying that's 8 megabytes only. Unless you have Nitro. Oh, that's a mess. So we kind of got to hit it at a weird angle, I'd imagine. So probably like... Missed. Gotta practice. Hold the opposite way and only walk into it. Okay. What you do is you hold the opposite way. Okay, I could probably make it like this. Oh, well, I made it to the other side. Alright, I'll try one more time, and then I'm just gonna sit on the bench, because it takes a while for rain to spawn up again. Oh. I need to take advantage of this rain as much as possible. When you bounce, hold the opposite way. Hold on. Oh, nice. I actually got some junk. Let's go. I needed that. Does shower hook work for other people, or does it only work with you? I do not know. Oh, and speaking of which, I'll probably end stream and stop playing in like 20 minutes. Remember how, like, earlier in the stream, Boop told me, like, hey, you gotta manage your food intake? Yep, I know. I probably need to do that soon. Need to have my... What meal of the day is it? Second? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna tell Ocean, because I do not know if Ocean's on the stream. Yeah, you should. Mm-hmm. I know. So I love how he gave this guy, like, the deepest voice possible that you can do in this game. Settings. Was my phone listening to me for a second there? What in the world? Go away. Catch a bell. Honestly, with all this conversation about, like, favorite stuff, I'm surprised nobody brought up music. So I guess I'll be the one to ask the music question. Does anyone here have favorite songs? You know what, the streamer's gonna ask, not chatters this time. I do not really have favorite songs. I like depressing songs because I mostly listen to music when I'm sad. Okay. I mean, I listen to a lot of depressing music, too. Well, if you want, I could recommend, like, happier songs. Or do you want other depressing music, Boop? And so I can give slightly optimistic depressing music. Like, I could recommend The Bends from Radiohead, that album. And actually, what genre of depressing music? Like rock? I should probably be more specific about that. Oh wait, let us go. That is, Take your time, Jay. The genre that sounds good to the ears. Oh, so you're saying you listen to pretty much anything? I do not necessarily have any favorites. I just listen to whatever I feel like at the moment. I am not loyal to any genre or band. Okay, I'm kind of the same way. I've never really been to concerts, and I've never really bought albums before. In stream, by the way, I did not hear you say that. Oh. Okay. Let us go! You can hear it now! You can hear me say, let us go! How about stream ending? Oh. All good. Yeah, I'm ending stream soon. That way you can hear it again. It's all good. Anywho, so the songs that I've been listening to have certainly been a lot more poppy and, like, happy. Like, the two songs I've had on repeat are from a band called Hot Freaks. One of the songs is called Lovely, and the other one is called, I think, This Time Last Year. Let me check. I'll open Spotify. Yeah, it's called This Time Last Year. But then again, I listen to songs like that, which are, like, about relationships and love and being happy and things like that. And then I'll listen to, like, Death Grips. And which there's a song about, there's a song called Punk Weight, which is just about doing drugs. And that's all it's about, from recollection. Also, I'm surprised I said there. I'm trying to stop doing that. Because usually, in teaching about speech, they try to make it so you do not go or because it's a bad habit as a placeholder. You have to get used to the sound of silence, and it can get quite distressing. But I like, you have mentioned doing drugs too many times this stream. Jay's just very concerned that I'm actually a drug dealer. No, Boop, it's perfectly fine for you. Like, if you're in a normal conversation, you say, nobody's gonna bat an eye, that's fine. I'm just, because I'm fixated on doing... I caught all the fish of a radiant quality, let's go! Yippee, I get a new fishing rod. Did I get anything from that? W. Oh, hi, Super. How are you doing? I listen to Ultra Killer Steven Universe. Okay. Maybe it means you can buy the new rod. Really? I'll check that. Nice. Normal, shining, listening, upliant. Opulent, sorry. Not opulent. What happened to fish game where you are in sea with fish? Oh, you're talking about Subnautica? I'm still gonna play that. Oh wow, that's gonna be a lot. Cool. So I have a new fishing rod. Let's go. What is my favorite thing to do when I have nothing to do? Have you seen the game Half Sword? Yeah, I have. I've been told about that game a lot. Wait a sec, come back. Polar Opposites songs. So my favorite thing to do when there's absolutely nothing to do is create stories. Well, there's a few things I like to do. Oh, the word I'm not supposed to say? Nice. So I think about stories and I think about scenarios that I think would be very interesting to tell or to talk about. And I also really like to make lists of things that I need to do or things that I need to look forward to. Or sometimes I just like sleeping. That's also another good thing to do when there's nothing to do. Requests? No. No requests. I guess it's just fish here. When there's nothing to do, I just binge old series I've not watched in like 2 years. Dang it, someone is blackmailing your friend. I'm gonna eat somebody. Good thing I'm gonna eat a pizza later. That's all I can think. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna try Anna. Okay. What if they taste bad? What if they taste like Chimkin? When I'm bored and I'm on YouTube, I probably rewatch Markiplier a lot. Also, I know there are people who are like ride or die for Jacksepticeye or something like that. All I'm gonna say, I watch Markiplier more. I do not think Jacksepticeye is bad, but I just generally, from experience and from all the time that I've spent watching them, I watch Markiplier more. Because I was having a discussion yesterday with somebody about this, and they were talking about Subnautica series, and they said that Jacksepticeye had a lot better of a Subnautica series than Markiplier. What did Jacksepticeye do? Jacksepticeye did nothing. I really like Jacksepticeye's God of War series, and he's played other games before that I really liked. It's just more often I watch Markiplier. Because generally Markiplier plays a lot more horror games, whereas Jacksepticeye can kind of branch out. Like, one thing that I do like that Jacksepticeye does more often is he plays more Souls games than Markiplier. I love the pizza thing just continues to reoccur. Yep. I try to have reoccurring bits, as per usual. Depends what games they play. I like Detroit Become Human from Jack, but I like horror from Mark. Yeah. Like, I think, in my opinion, there are very few, like, horror YouTubers that can compare with Markiplier. I don't know, so I think I remember reading this story it was a few weeks ago or maybe a month ago. Jacksepticeye was diagnosed with autism, was he not? Yes, he was. He was just like me for real, for real. I think it was a few weeks ago. Okay. I mean, Does it really change much in the end? No, it does not. Wow, that is very close. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. My bad. Crow! Let's go. What else have I watched from Jacksepticeye now that I think about it? I think I watched his Bloodborne playthrough. I bet you can name 3 different types of drugs, such as methamphetamine, cocaine, and fentanyl, but cannot mention gambling on TikTok. Yep. It's a dog-eat-dog world. I do not eat dogs. Well, yeah, you're not a dog, Ocean. It's a dog-eat-dog world, not a human-eat-dog world. I'm not reading that message. Let us say that. I'm not reading that. Oh, alpha fish? I've eaten dog once without crying. Or with... I read the message in the wrong order. That is a completely different meaning. I'm sorry, Jay. I have eaten dog once without knowing. I almost cried. Ah. I remember the first time I ate lamb. I was not told about it, and I felt bad. But if I'm honest, lamb tastes pretty good. It's like one of my favorite meats to eat. It's very gamey, but it's very nice taste as well. I ate flounder once, then I was told what I ate. I would eat veal. A veal is just like baby calf, is it not? It's just like a very young cow. How have I tried dog but not lamb? Yeah. Maybe I've had veal before. Maybe I have to have it again. I mean, Jay, it's a weird world. That's all I can say about that. Let me see Ocean's progress. It's around the time that I said it was going to end, but let's see how far Ocean is. I tried alligator once. Ooh, nice. How was that? Oh, nice. Making good progress. Weird how existences work. Lol. Yep. Oh, hello. Hello. My mom came home with a... Little fried bites, and I ate one thinking it was chicken. It was not. It tasted like chicken, though. Oh. Alright, how about this? I'll stream for like an extra 10 to 15 minutes. Why not? I do need to eat, but I want to give Ocean more time to do their work. I do not want to just take it from them, because I'm pretty sure as soon as the world closes, the artwork goes away. Is that person just gradually increasing in size? Maybe it was, and you were just being gaslighted this whole time. I'm not crazy. That version was small. Done. Nice. I will take a look. All these gas pilot lights getting snuffed out everywhere. All this gaslighting, it's such a shame. Oh, they are floating. Oh, nice. Yeah. Looks like Anna. Jerky, but because it was rushed, yeah. I was in fact growing. Where? Ah. Who is that? I have no clue. That could be anyone. That could be from the Twitch. That could be from YouTube. That could be from TikTok. Or it could be just somebody who just joined. Who knows? It could be anyone. I'll probably get a response very quickly. The person they're joining. Oh, it's from. It's a character from Enna Dream Barbecue. That's a free game on Steam. I'll type it out for you so you can look it up if you want. Just as I'm about to press enter, they take it. Alright. Eat worm. No. This guy again, yeah. Cannot believe he has come back after everything, I know. Especially the drug killing part. And the pizza I'm gonna have later. Worm pizza? But I prefer cold pizza. Nobody wants a warm pizza. It's a good pun. Alright, I'm gonna check what Ocean's putting up. Alright. Yippee, yip, yippee, yippee. I need bait. Give bait. Also, how close am I to the Mr. Moneybags fishing pole? So that is... Is that 9 million? Yeah, that's 9 million. So that's 10 million, pretty much. And I am... How many hours have I put in this game? Let me check real quick. Oh, that little fox is cute. I put 73 hours. Wow. The Austrian painter's Unaliver is my hero. So you're saying that the Austrian painter themselves... Why can I not say the sound a cat makes? Because it'll be clipped out of context. Honestly, what you should have done, the smart thing would have done, would have been say, can you replace everything that I say from I with me, and then say that, and then say I ow. Because if you put me, and then you put the other word that's next to I ow next to it, then guess what? It sounds like another word. My bad. Why no clipping out of context? Because it's not funny. You're messing with a person's life, even though they're anonymous, and you do not even know who they are on the internet. Selfish. You are not funny? True. Truest thing said so far. Thanks for the idea and the source. Yep. Alright, we got like 2 minutes until it's food time. I'm excited. Any last questions or anything somebody wants to bring up or talk about? While I get serenaded with this music? Why are you? Yay, food time, food time! When will you stream tomorrow? So, the truthful answer is about the same time that I streamed here, Jet. But I will... Cheese. Oh, thank you for the follow. I said the line at the same time, hopefully. Oh gosh, how do I say that? Tanom. That's your name. Just tell me what you want to be called. Spawn, I mean. Okay. Cheese cold flashbacks. Cheese. Did you know you can Descending Dark to get rid of ground spikes? Oh, I did not know. The time I did it, it was funny. Yep. Flipping out of context is always funny, except it's not, and it's very bad. Alright. Food time. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm gonna go to the main menu, and I'm gonna end stream now. Oh, wait. Alright, anywho. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you did / will do something productive today. And with that, so long. Bye-bye.